and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's game between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. My name is Mario Manuel, and you are watching Football Nation. Thank y'all so much for being here. We just wrapped up our last game of the doubleheaders that we have today. We are doing back-to-back games today on this Sunday. We are covering both the last game that we just did, which was the LA Chargers and the Miami Dolphins, and now is the game that I personally have been waiting for. It is time for the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. Let's freaking go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is a game that I have been hyped for and I have been waiting for quite some time. It is the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. They will be hosting the Dallas Cowboys today at MetLife Stadium in this year's first Sunday night football game. The Giants have been the road team for every Cowboys opener between the two sides since 2013. However, that is set to change here tonight. Let's take a look at Daniel Jones. In his first 3 seasons, Daniel Jones was bad. But Daniel Jones did flourish in his 4th season under first-year Giants head coach Brian Daboll, finishing as quarterback 9 in fantasy points. This offseason, the New York Giants have made the decision to invest long-term in Daniel Jones, and that meant finding him more weapons in the passing game. Daniel Jones ran for 708 yards and 7 touchdowns in 2022. He averaged only 200 passing yards per game and threw 15 touchdown passes in 15 starts. But Daniel Jones also didn't have much pass-catching talent around him, and that can change this year now. So the Giants have added more weaponry. The Giants picked up tight end Darren Waller from the Las Vegas Raiders last year after putting together back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons in 2019 and 2020. Darren Waller did miss 14 games due to injury over the last 2 years. In 2021, a knee injury forced Darren Waller to miss 5 late-season games, and in 2022, a hamstring injury wiped out nearly half of his season, and that is not good, obviously. Now, with the Giants, Waller could see a large increase in targets, especially since he's now playing for a team that lacks size at the wide receiver position. Darren Waller has been reasonably productive when healthy in the last 2 seasons, but now he has to be considered at least a mild health risk, and the big tight end will turn 31 this September. He's turning 31 this month. But Darren Waller isn't the only new piece acquired by the New York Giants. Paris Campbell and Jalen Hyatt will both be joining the New York Giants wide receiver ranks this season. In college, Jalen Hyatt broke out in a massive way. In 2022, while still attending the University of Tennessee, he caught 67 passes for 1,267 receiving yards and 15 receiving touchdowns. He was en route to commanding 32% of the team's target share. I think he's going to have some success this season here. I don't know how well he's going to be tonight, but I think throughout the season, Jalen Hyatt's going to contribute a lot to the success of the New York Giants, who did make the playoffs last year. Anyways, we are at MetLife Stadium right now. It is raining at MetLife Stadium, so this might be a run-heavy game. America's pick tonight is the Dallas Cowboys with a 60% projected win rate for these teams. But the main piece of the Giants' offense isn't Jalen Hyatt or Daniel Jones. It is obviously and clearly Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley has finally had a healthy season in 2022 and reaped the rewards of playing in a much better offensive environment thanks to Brian Daboll. The Giants' running back finished as the RB5 overall in points per game. Saquon Barkley was able to recapture his explosive upside both as a rusher and a receiver. Barkley finished second in overall touches with 352 and backfield opportunity share behind only Josh Jacobs through 17 weeks. He also scored 10 rushing touchdowns with 23 carries inside of the 10-yard line. So he's if he's inside the 10-yard line, there's a good chance that he's gonna punch that one in. Saquon Barkley turned in a great 2022 season as he was healthy for the first time since the 2019 season, and the 26-year-old tallied 1,312 rushing yards and 10 touchdowns on 295 carries and 338 receiving yards on 57 receptions. Saquon Barkley currently ranks as the RB3 in ECR and has the potential to finish as the RB1 by the end of the season. Yeah, that's all of that is true. The New York Giants had an immensely successful 2022 season despite having a not so impressive defense at times. The Giants defense ranked 25th in yards allowed per game and 16th in passing yards allowed per game, 27th in rushing yards allowed per game, and 18th in points per game, and 25th in takeaways. I mean, they were at the bottom of the table, on the bottom half of the table the entire year. But despite those poor numbers, the Giants were able to make the playoffs for the first time since 2016. Wink Martindale is back for a second season as the New York Giants defensive coordinator, and he has expressed his desire to become an NFL head coach, but is content with his current role after not landing the Indianapolis Colts job this offseason. So he tried to join the Indianapolis Colts as their head coach, got turned down. He's happy being the defensive coordinator. If he has success this season as a defensive coordinator, I'm sure some team will look at him when this season is over. Anyways, Martindale is focused on building the Giants' defense and improving their run defense, a significant concern from the previous season, as you could tell based off of the information I just dropped on y'all. The defensive line, featuring players like Dexter Lawrence and Leonard Williams, Rakeem Nunez-Roches, and A'Shawn Robinson, aim to address this issue. So they've got a lot of new pieces in that defensive line. But being good on defense is going to be a lot easier said than done in tonight's game against my Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys have won 11 of the last 12 matchups against the Giants, and their defense and their offense is spearheaded by Dak Prescott. That's right, Dak Prescott. This seems like a crossroads year for Dak Prescott, who's coming off of a very, very forgettable 2022 campaign. Like a very forgettable 2022 campaign. I don't even want to think about how bad the Cowboys were in 2022. Anyways, it was so bad, y'all. I mean, the Dallas Cowboys really struggled last year. In 2019, Dak Prescott finished as the QB2, giving us a glimpse of what his fantasy ceiling could actually look like, but he has missed significant time with injuries in 2 of the last 3 years. Part of the problem for Dak Prescott in 2022 was the interception bug that he had to fight, leading the league with interceptions over 12 weeks. That being said, at least 7 of those interceptions were tipped balls by the receivers who seemed to have butter-dipped gloves. It was awful. The receiving core was terrible last year. Last year, Dak had to experience his absolute floor. I mean, there's no way that it can get any worse for the Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott. But now they have a bit of a stronger receiving core. The 2022 season didn't quite live up to the hype for Dak Prescott from the Dallas Cowboys, but he threw for just under 3,000 yards with 2,860 yards and 23 touchdowns. That is a far cry from his previous performance, and he tossed a career-high 15 interceptions in just 12 games. That is bad. That right thumb injury that he had him out for 5 games, and he ended the season as quarterback 18 in fantasy football rankings. Ouch. That's pretty bad. But hey, there is a silver lining on the horizon for Dak Prescott in this upcoming season. The Cowboys made a savvy move by adding veteran Brandon Cooks to their roster, and wide receiver Michael Gallup is on the mend, having recovered from his ACL tear at the end of the 2021 season. So here's the burning question. Can Brandon Cooks' arrival be the catalyst for the Dak Prescott resurgence and a top 10 finish among fantasy quarterbacks in 2023? We're going to find out starting tonight. We can let's look back at Dak Prescott's 22 season. Or when we look back at Dak Prescott's 2022 season, it's fair to say that it didn't quite measure up to our expectations. After finishing as the QB 8 in 2021, he slipped down 10 spots in the ranking last year. He only averaged a modest 17 fantasy points per game, and he had to sit out 5 games due to that thumb injury, sidelining him from week 2 to week 6. Another challenge for Dak Prescott was the lack of receiving firepower around him. While CeeDee Lamb was doing his thing as the wide receiver 2 in Dallas, the rest of the wide receiver crew didn't exactly light up the scoreboard. Michael Gallup had a tough time in his first year post-ACL surgery, and Noah Brown held the wide receiver 3 role and wasn't able to do jack shit. Sorry, he wasn't. But let's not forget that despite the ups and downs, Dak Prescott did manage to crank out 5 games with over 20 fantasy points and landed 5 top 10 quarterback finishes during the season. That's got to be something, right? Anyways, let's talk about the future. Prescott's track record suggests that he's got the potential to bounce back big time this year in 2023. He's been a top 10 fantasy quarterback 4 times in the 7-year career. In 2016, 2017, 2019, and 2021, he was a top 10 quarterback 5 times. His best fantasy finish was in 2019 when he finished as the QB2, churning out an impressive 21.4 fantasy points per game. Now with Brandon Cooks in the mix, Brandon Cooks boasts 6 1,000-yard seasons in his career, and Prescott has a fresh weapon to target in the passing game. And sure, there's been some noise about Kellen Moore moving on, but that probably won't be a big roadblock for the Dallas Cowboys offense. Okay, give me 1 second while I kick off all of these fake accounts that keep jumping on my jazz. Let's go ahead and hide all of these losers. 1 second while I do some management here. Come on. There we go. Can't believe that these just keep popping up. Do. Can I restore my own? What's going on here? Okay. Perfect. Okay, fantastic. Let's get back to the action. Do. One more time. Thank y'all so much for being here. I do appreciate y'all. And we're back. Okay. These bots are crazy, man. Why do these bots just keep coming back up? There's only so much I can do. I wish I had someone else to help manage this stuff, but it is what it is. Okay. Leading the wide receiver corps for the Dallas Cowboys is CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb is one of the best, well-rounded young wide receivers, and this guy is elite, y'all. Lamb has improved each season and is still only 24 years old. As the unchallenged top receiver target for the Dallas Cowboys in 2022, CeeDee Lamb set new career highs with 107 receptions, 1,359 yards, and 9 touchdowns. But there is more to that story. With all of those targets last season, that meant that the Cowboys had to kind of bottleneck their entire receiving offense through one single player. Now, the Dallas Cowboys wide receiver should hit the ground running with a strong Week 1 performance against the division rival, the New York Giants. Lamb has gotten better and better each of his NFL seasons and should remain the alpha wide receiver on this team that's likely to throw plenty of times each week. The Giants' defense wasn't anything special against wide receivers last season either, and there's a good chance that CeeDee Lamb is going to see plenty of Adoree Jackson's coverage, but I don't think that's going to stop him. Lamb is an easy wide receiver 1 with top-tier upside in tonight's match. In 2022, CeeDee Lamb was the only Cowboy to go north of 600 yards receiving, so this offseason the Cowboys had to recruit some help. That's why they picked up Brandon Cooks. On the ground, for the Dallas Cowboys, things have changed from 2022 to 2023. The Dallas Cowboys have parted ways with Ezekiel Elliott, thank goodness, because Ezekiel Elliott was on the decline, on opening a path for Tony Pollard to become a top 10 fantasy running back. and the uncontested RB1 in the Cowboys backfield. Last season, Tony Pollard finished as fantasy football's RB7 despite falling outside of the top 25 in touches per game. Tony Pollard scored more fantasy points than any other running back from week 7 to 16 when he was consistently playing 53% or more of the snaps as the team's featured back. Last season, Tony Pollard was a real fantasy football monster, even with Ezekiel Elliott holding the number 1 running back spot. Tony Pollard was flying under the radar with an ADP outside of the top 24 running backs, but boy, oh boy, did he turn into a league winner. He wrapped up the season as RB7, churning out an average of 14.3 half-point PPR fantasy points per game. That is some serious production. What's more, he notched an impressive 12 scrimmage touchdowns in the season, a big, massive leap from his previous career total of 10 touchdowns before the year began. Tony Pollard brought some real excitement to the field. And here's the kicker. Even though he didn't have as many rushing attempts as Ezekiel Elliott, Tony Pollard still managed to finish 3rd in the NFL when it came to breakaway runs with 17 in total. He ranked 4th in breakaway run rate, hitting 8.8 plus. The 26-year-old showcased his versatility, coming in 4th in yards per route run at 1.82, and he also grabbed 8th place in yards created per touch. Tony Pollard is a high-efficiency back coming off of a season where he managed 5.2 yards per carry and 6.7 yards per target. And now, with Ezekiel Elliott out of the picture, I expect that Tony Pollard is going to have a big game tonight against the Giants' poor, terrible run defense. And I hope that his 2023 campaign helps the Cowboys go on a deep, deep playoff run. Now let's look at the Cowboys defense. Defensively, the Dallas Cowboys are ranked inside of the top 3 entering the 2023 season. The Cowboys defense is poised to be a formidable force in the 2023 NFL season thanks to the return of defensive coordinator Dan Quinn and a roster that's filled with talent. That defensive roster is something nasty, y'all. The Cowboys have excelled at getting to the quarterback, leading the league in takeaways over the past 2 seasons. DeMarcus Lawrence, an elite two-way defensive end and anchor, DeMarcus Lawrence is an elite two-way defensive end and anchors the defensive line, making him one of the strongest presences in against both the run and the pass. Now, it's not just DeMarcus Lawrence that we're looking at. Everybody knows the name now, Micah Parsons. And though not officially designated as a full-time defensive end, he will spend a significant amount of time in that role. Micah Parsons is an all-pro, and he's known for his playmaking ability and has already accumulated 26.5 sacks in his first 2 seasons in the NFL. And he's committed to improving his performance even further, which must be a scary thought for any offensive lineman that has to face him. The Cowboys secondary is deep and it is talented, featuring stout cornerbacks like Trayvon Diggs and Stephon Gilmore. Diggs, with 17 interceptions in his first 3 years, is one of the league's top ball hawks, and Stephon Gilmore is a former Defensive Player of the Year, and he adds veteran stability to that position. Dallas's defense appears to be well-rounded and capable of success. The addition of a run-stopping defensive tackle and a high-quality cornerback strengthens previously vulnerable areas. With Dan Quinn leading the way and a standout talent like Micah Parsons, the Cowboys defense has the potential to be one of the top units, if not the top unit in the NFL, which means that the New York Giants are in serious trouble tonight. I mean, it's crazy. The Cowboys are only a 3.5-point favorite on the road against the Giants, but as a Cowboys fan, which I am a Cowboys fan, that's going to be a much wider margin. So let's see how this game goes, y'all. We are getting ready for kickoff. We are getting ready to get going here. And boy, am I hyped. I am stoked. My name is Mario Manuel. Thank you so much for checking into this channel. Thank you so much for watching Football Nation. And here we go. It is raining. It is raining in New York in MetLife Stadium. We are getting ready to kick the ball away. Brandon Aubrey is going to be kicking. Eric Gray, the 5th round selection, is going to be receiving. And the kick is away. Game on, ladies and gentlemen. Game on. That is going to be in the back of the end zone, so a touchback to start the game. And the New York Giants will be starting this drive from the 25-yard line. New York Giants, Daniel Jones coming out onto the field. Saquon Barkley, Isaiah Hodgins wearing number 18. Darius Slayton wearing 86. Paris Campbell out there as well. Darren Waller, Andrew Thomas, Ben Bredson, John Michael Schmitz, Evan Neal, Mark Levinsky. Okay, score is just getting started. We are getting ready to start this game. Shotgun formation. The Giants have the ball. The Giants will be starting, which means the Cowboys will take over at half. Saquon Barkley on the first run of the game is going to have a good, strong run, gaining about 4 yards on that play. Saquon Barkley being brought down. That's going to bring up a second down. Second down. Give me 1 second while I get my numbers pulled up here. All right, second down. That's good for 5 yards, actually. They're going to give him the full 5 on that one. I don't see why, but whatever. Home field advantage. You can have it, buddy. 14 minutes and 30 seconds. 30 seconds melted off that clock. Shotgun formation. Daniel Jones takes the snap. He looks to the right, has no choice. He has to run out to his left, and he's going to scramble and go forward and then get hit, even though he gave himself up. Terrible, terrible play. Unnecessary, and the Cowboys are going to back themselves up, shoot themselves in the foot. What a terrible mistake to start the game. And that is a little bit frustrating, but hey, okay, here we go. First foul, personal foul, unnecessary roughness against the defense. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty, and that's going to push them back. Dumb play by Clark. Come on, buddy, you're better than that. You can be better than that. Damon Clark, gosh, out of LSU, drafted in 2022, the 5th round pick, 176th overall. Damon Clark unnecessarily hitting Daniel Jones after he gave himself up. That's going to cost them a lot. That could have been, he's a defenseless player, and if Daniel Jones would have gotten hurt on that, unnecessary, just unnecessary. Okay, all right, we're back to the action, ladies and gentlemen. 14 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the first quarter. We've got a single back formation. We've got motion in the backfield right now, waiting for the snap. There's the snap. Fakes the handoff twice. He gets the pressure coming in, and that's going to be an incomplete pass to Saquon Barkley. Dallas Cowboys able to get a stop. That'll bring up second down. 2nd and 10 on the Dallas 47-yard line. 2nd and down on the Dallas 47-yard line. All right, let's see what comes up here. What are we cooking with now? That was intended for Saquon Barkley. I mean, that offensive line crumbled pretty quickly there. It was almost immediately. I mean, Micah Parsons already had his hands on him within the first 2 seconds. So we've got a 2nd down and 10, motion in the backfield. There's the snap. Gives the handoff to Saquon again, who's going to run forward and almost get a first down on that one. That's good for 8 yards on that. So that's 9 yards. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 1 on the Dallas 38-yard line. So Dallas Cowboys getting pushed back. Dak Prescott looking nervous on the sideline. Game just started. Maybe it's just intrigue, but I couldn't really tell on that. So that was a handoff to the right. Saquon Barkley runs up slightly to the right through the B gap, able to gain about 9 yards on that one. He tucked the ball in. Looks good on the field. If you've got Saquon in your fantasy lineups, I expect him to have a really good season. Dallas Cowboys defense getting together to get this stop, and Saquon Barkley breaks through and gets tackled at about the 32-yard line, 33. So we've got a 1st and 10 on the Dallas 33-yard line. Right now, the New York Giants are driving. Let's see what happens here. Good, strong play. Saquon Barkley has had 27 yards already to start this, and we're not even out of the first 2 minutes. So already 3 fantasy points for Saquon Barkley, almost 3 fantasy points for Saquon Barkley. And they're chugging along. New York Giants are chugging along. Let's see how the Dallas Cowboys dial up their defense here and what they can do. I don't think that Daniel Jones is going to be throwing much, honestly. So now we've got a pro formation and a lot of movement in the backfield. There's the snap. Saquon Barkley gets the ball again. He's going to run forward for another 6 yards. This guy is just unstoppable. You can't stop Saquon. So now we're looking at the Cowboys defense right now. DeMarcus Lawrence, Jonathan Hankins, Osa Odigizua, Dorrance Armstrong, Micah Parsons, love the guy, Leighton Vander Esch, Damon Clark, Stephon Gilmore, and Jaron Kearse. That's going to be Malik Hooker. Can't forget about your other safety out there. Here we go. We are in a pistol formation, waiting for the snap on 2nd and 4. We've got motion in the backfield, waiting for the snap. There's a snap. Daniel Jones takes it, runs out to his right. He's going to go ahead and run that forward. He's past the 20. He gets inside to the 15-yard line, and Daniel Jones using his legs to make the Cowboys pay. And I myself am starting to get a little nervous. Let's see what happens here. Darren Waller with a block there, throwing a big block. He's wearing number 12 tonight. Everyone's looking at Darren Waller, and so many people are focused on him. Oh, good offensive play, Darren Waller. You got to respect him. Wow. Not what I was expecting to start this game. Here we go. Dallas Cowboys. Where y'all at? I want to see my defense put up some stops. Let's get a stop. And already we've got a timeout. Already we have a timeout. Daniel Jones did just get a new contract this year. He's not the only one to get a new contract. We've got some other players with some pretty big contracts coming in to this season, including Tony Pollard. So let's see what happens when the Cowboys get the ball. My name is Mario Manuel, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all so much for watching this live stream. This is the second stream of the day, so I'm going to try to give you guys all my energy. If you've got a second to leave a comment in the chats, it will definitely pump me up and hype me up. I'd appreciate it, even if you just say you like my tie. I don't really care, but I need something, and I would love something from you guys, and I will give you everything that I got in tonight's game. Here we go, y'all. We are lined up in a pistol formation again, strong side to the left. Waiting for the snap. There's the snap, fakes the handoff, actually hands it off to Saquon, who finally gets stopped. Saquon will be stopped, and that's going to bring up a 2nd down and 10. They are on the Dallas 16-yard line. Dallas Cowboys 16-yard line. So 2nd down and 10. I was going to say 1 second. I might have been experiencing some technical difficulties, but it looks like we are still good to go. Here we go, y'all. Looks like we're going to line up. The New York Giants have the ball right now. It is 2nd and 10. The score is still 0-0. Shotgun formation, waiting for the snap here. And there it is. There's the snap. Daniel Jones is going to scramble once again. Daniel Jones running around, and he's going to get brought down. That's going to bring up a 3rd down on the 8-yard line. Big tackle there. And right now, that was good for 27 yards. Sorry, that was good for 7 yards. Good, strong run. Daniel Jones getting it going at the moment. Cool. All right. So that was a good run play out to the left. Daniel Jones scrambled out to the left, able to gain 7 yards on that play, 8 yards on that play. 3rd down and 2 on the Dallas Cowboys 7-yard line, 8-yard line, waiting for the snap. 3rd down and 2, 1 second left on the play clock. There it goes. Daniel Jones in trouble. There's a flag, and it's going to be a false start. They motioned for the false start, so we're going to have a false start on the offense, and that'll back them up. Yep, false start offense. So they're going to be pushed back to the 12-yard line. We're going to be pushed back to about the 12-yard line, and let's see how the Dallas Cowboys handle this situation. All right. That was in a shotgun formation. The left tackle was the one who moved early on that one. So mistake by the left tackle there. Shotgun formation. 3rd and 7. Waiting for the snap here. Saquon Barkley lined up to the left of Daniel Jones. There's the snap in the dirt, all the way back. Daniel Jones smothered, and that's going to bring up a 4th and 7. Dallas Cowboys with the stop. We have a 4th down. Let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. All right, Dallas Cowboys. That had nothing to even do with them. That was a nasty, awful snap. Micah Parsons almost got on top of that ball. Fantastic. That's exactly what I want to see as a Cowboys fan. Hopefully, we can blow these guys out of the water. Daniel Jones has just a bunch of turf all over his face. He had to get smeared on that one. So here we go. We've got a 45-yard field goal attempt. The kick is up, and it's blocked. The kick gets blocked, and it's picked up. And are they going to bring it all the way back? Are they going to bring it all the way back? The Dallas Cowboys defense is going to bring that one all the way back, and it's going to be a touchdown. Let's go, Dallas Cowboys. Touchdown, baby. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. That's how it's done. That's how it gets done. Wow. Let's go, boys. Mark that. Mark that right now. However long this stream has been going for, mark that. Yo, let's go. Let's go, Cowboys. That's what I'm talking about. All right. All right. Look at that. He just came in off the corner, even after taking the hand. Oh, my gosh. Blocked and then scooped and scored on that one. So a blocked field goal, that gets you 2 points. And they just got 8 extra points, the Dallas Cowboys did. The kick is up. The kick is going to be a miss. Oh, no, we better not have another Brett Maher situation coming on right now. So the score is 6-0. Oh, my gosh. I cannot believe that we had a missed kick from our brand new kicker. We have a brand new kicker, Tristan Vizcaino. I don't know how to pronounce it. I should have looked that shit up. Not important. What is important is that the Dallas Cowboys defense just smashed right now exactly what we wanted to see. Dak Prescott hasn't even come out onto the field, and we are already up 6-0. So that's going to mean more points for Tony Pollard, hopefully, when they get the ball eventually. Who knows? But the Dallas Cowboys will get the ball at halftime. Who knows? Maybe this will be just a full-on defensive performance, and the Dallas Cowboys are just going to go ham-slam bananas, which is what I really, really am hoping for. Wow, that was so hype. That was so much energy just now. Let's go, Cowboys. Let's go. If you're a New York Giants fan and you're watching this stream, I will call every single play, but I will not root for you guys. I am sorry. Same thing is going to be true if we're playing the Commanders. Same thing is going to be true for playing basically any other team. Eagles especially. Sorry, Eagles fans. But when we get back, the New York Giants will be receiving another kickoff, and they will try again, likely from the 25-yard line, because that's going to get kicked off into the end zone. But my goodness, that was a big blocked kick and a recovery for 6 points. And a recovery for 6 points. Okay. And a recovery for 6 points. So scoop and score, ladies and gentlemen. Scoop. Scoop and score. That's what I'm talking about. Damn, that was so good. That was so good. Fantastic. All right. Thank you to whoever just subscribed to this channel. Thank you so much. I do appreciate the subscriptions. I really appreciate it. I can't even begin to explain how much that helps me. Anyways, I didn't change the money line, so I'm going to have to omit that one for today. These were the games that happened today. Panthers, Falcons, Texans, Ravens. There were some pretty interesting games that happened this offseason. I'm sorry, this earlier today, this Sunday. Lots of games that happened earlier this Sunday today. Uh-oh. Players getting hurt. All kinds of stuff right now. Cool, cool, cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I'm back. We're here. We are in this game. We are in it live today, right now. Wow, that was such an awesome play. I still am, really hyped about it. And the kick is up, and away, and that is going to be into the end zone as we had expected it to go. Just like I mentioned, I must be psychic. Who knows? All right, ladies and gentlemen, the score is 6-0. The Dallas Cowboys have a 6-point lead thanks to a blocked field goal and recovery for a touchdown. The Dallas Cowboys defense already knocking it loose, already going nuts. And Brian Daboll is on the side looking a little frustrated. I think he's turning pink out there. Okay, shotgun formation. The New York Giants are back out on the field. Daniel Jones lined up behind about 5 yards back behind the center. We are now in a pro set and a ton of movement happening there. And Daniel Jones ends up getting smashed on that hit. Big block again. That could have been picked off. Fowler in there to get that stop. What a block pass. Daniel Jones felt the pressure coming in on that one. Fowler came in, defensive end on there, almost brought him down. I mean, good effort. Good effort. Good job. Let's go. All right, hype, defense. Shotgun formation. Once again, strong side is definitely on the right side. Getting ready to line up. We're lined up here. We got 3 wide receivers. There's the snap. Daniel Jones looks left. Daniel Jones looks right. He throws underneath. That's going to be swatted down by the Cowboys defense. And Thomas able to get in there and get a stop. Thomas able to get in there to get a stop, and that's exactly what we're looking for. Great start to this game for the Dallas Cowboys. Can the Cowboys get out there and do their job? They're doing it so far. I'm worried about the kicking situation. What line of scrimmage is, bro? Thank you. You're right. My apologies. Right now, we are on the New York Giants 15-yard line. I got you, 1K protection firm. Sorry, we are actually looking at a 3rd and 10 on the 25-yard line still after that kickoff. No yards have been gained. And Daniel Jones is going to get blown up and brought down at the 15-yard line. So Daniel Jones got brought down, and now we're looking at a 4th and 15. We're looking at a 4th and 15 in this moment. Let's see what happens. 4th and 15, and you are welcome, sir. I appreciate you checking in and dropping me a comment. That always helps. If you see anything funky, man, type it in. Let me know. Okay, Micah Parsons in there with a sack, a huge sack. He had 23.5 sacks his first 2 seasons, and he's getting another one right now on that drive. And the punt is up, and away. And that is going to go all the way to the Cowboys. Looks like they're 30, 25, 26-yard line. So the Dallas Cowboys will start this drive from the 26-yard line, and Dak Prescott will take the field for the first time in 2023. When we get back from this quick commercial break, last year Dak Prescott had to fight the bug. Dak Prescott had 15 interceptions in only 12 games. In those 12 games, he attempted 394 passes, completed 261 of them, still had a completion rating of 66.2. He had 2,800 yards, 2,860, averaging 7.3 yards per pass, and had 23 touchdowns as well. QBR of 91.1, which is below his normal QBR of 97.8. I am excited to see how the Dallas Cowboys are going to use Tony Pollard. Brandon, hello. Thank you for checking in again and watching this stream one more time. I appreciate you being here. So Dak Prescott is the main focus for tonight's game, at least in my eyes. He has to redeem himself, guys. Last year was a disaster. I heard that in training camp, Dak Prescott told all the receivers who were trying to do like their one-handed catches and trying to look really cool, he said, we're not doing that shit this year. Use both hands. Literally what he told his wide receivers. So I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad that Dak Prescott is standing up and saying, hey, man, half of those interceptions, more than half of those interceptions last year, I hit you and you were my target and you couldn't catch the ball and you popped it up and you caused an interception. That looks bad on me. It looks bad on our team. Stop trying to be flashy. Use both hands. Let's score some points. Brandon Cooks, he's not going to be doing that one-handed stuff. Brandon Cooks is a solid wide receiver, having put together 6 1,000-plus receiving yard seasons, and now he's on the Dallas Cowboys. He left Houston because Houston is the armpit of Texas, and he went to Dallas, and that's a true fact. If you've never been to Houston or you've never been to Dallas, Dallas is much nicer. Anyways, it's actually one of the fastest-growing cities in the United States, so little side fact, fun fact. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the middle of a commercial break, so you're not missing anything. It looks like my screen just popped back up on the game. Dak Prescott is lined up behind the center right now. Huddle has been broken, waiting for the referee. Just chit-chatting with the ref now. Dak took his helmet off. I guess he's trying to get the water droplets off of his helmet. It is raining heavily right now in New York. So let's see what the Dallas Cowboys do here in this moment. 1st and 10. 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. Waiting for the snap. Shotgun formation. Tony Pollard to the left. There's the snap. Dak Prescott looks right, throws right, connects with Jake Ferguson. Jake Ferguson's first catch of 2023. That's going to be good for about 2.5 yards. So Dak Prescott, Tony Pollard, CeeDee Lamb, those are going to be your main pieces. Brandon Cooks at wide receiver. Michael Gallup as wide receiver 3. Jake Ferguson is your tight end. Tyron Smith is going to be one of your tackles. Chuma Idagoa, Tyler Biadasz. Here we go, y'all. We are actually lined up right now in a single back formation. That's going to be the first handoff to Tony Pollard, who's going to break a tackle and push his way forward and gain about 6 yards on that one. So now we're going to be looking at a 3rd down and 4. So only about 3 yards on that one. We've got a 3rd down and 4 on the Dallas Cowboys 32-yard line. So we are now looking at a 3rd and 4 on the Dallas 32-yard line. And we are lined up in a shotgun formation. Tony Pollard to the right of Dak Prescott. 3-4 wide receivers out here. Dak Prescott making some changes at the line. There are 10 seconds left on the play clock. 6 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Waiting for the snap is Dak Prescott in the backfield. 5 seconds left on the play clock. There's the snap. Dak Prescott looks right, looks left, throws over the top, and that's connected right there to CeeDee Lamb, who's past the 40, past the 50, oh my gosh, he's got past the 30, past the 20, and tackled at the 15-yard line. CeeDee Lamb with a monster catch right now. That's exactly what you would expect out of your number 1 wide receiver. A lollipop throw just kind of tossed over there, just enough to get CeeDee Lamb in open space. Jake Ferguson was taking a lot of attention. 2 players on Jake Ferguson, and CeeDee Lamb was able to make a catch, make a shake and bake, and get himself inside to about the 19-yard line. There's a snap and a throw to the right. Jake Ferguson is going to make people miss and almost gain the first down on that one. So that's good for 9 yards for Jake Ferguson. Jake Ferguson taking that to the 10-yard line. We're now at a 2nd down and 1 on the 10. 2nd down and 1 on the 10-yard line, on New York's 10-yard line. Dallas Cowboys deep inside the red zone. Let's see what they dial up on this play. On 2nd and 1. Jake Ferguson has 2 catches. CeeDee Lamb has 1. Tony Pollard has 1 rush. Let's see what happens here. Shotgun formation. Tony Pollard to the left of Dak Prescott. Motioning in the backfield is CeeDee Lamb. Waiting for the snap is Dak, and here it comes. Dak Prescott hands that off to Tony Pollard, who's going to rush forward and get that first down. He's going to get brought down just shy of the 5-yard line at about the 6. They might mark him at the 7, but it's going to be first down and goal at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line. So let's see what they dial up here, ladies and gentlemen. Cool. 4 minutes and a half remaining in the first quarter. Last year, Tony Pollard had 193 rushes, had over 1,000 yards, scored 9 touchdowns, and he did all of that with Ezekiel Elliott taking half of his carries. So let's see what he does this year. So here comes the snap. We're waiting for it right now. Shotgun formation. Dak Prescott looks left. Dak Prescott gets pressured, and he throws that ball almost picked off. Throws it into double coverage to Jake Ferguson. Tried to force that in there, wedge that in there. That was almost an interception. Questionable choice by Dak Prescott on that play. 2nd and goal. Looking at a 2nd down and goal on the New York Giants 6-yard line. Wow, I hate seeing that kind of stuff. Jake Ferguson has the size, and that was another one-handed attempt. At that point, he didn't really have much of a choice. He was stretching for that. Strong side on the right side. We have a single back formation. CeeDee Lamb getting there to help back him up. He's going to roll it to the right, and he's going to throw that short underneath, and he's going to get blown up. Oh, my gosh. That was Turnpin. Cavante Turnpin on that one. Not who I was expecting to get that pass, but he's still out there. Cavante Turnpin, number 9 out of TCU. He's only 5'9" and 135 pounds, but the guy is quick. The guy is fast. Good for him. Getting him inside the 2-yard line. But now we're at 3rd and 2. They need 2 yards to score right now. Single back formation. It looks like they put Deuce Vaughn, who's 5'9". 2nd timeout by the New York Giants. So we have another timeout by the New York Giants. Dak Prescott coming off to the sideline. And we're going to go to a commercial break. So that means I get a second. How do I phrase that? To wet my whistle. In case you're wondering what I'm drinking, I am drinking a Shiner Oktoberfest. And it's damn good, and you can only find it in Texas. Yeah. Did my dyslexia come out? Or are you talking about old boy there? Because, yeah, he's definitely not the guy right now. I don't know how Deuce Vaughn has that job, but there he is. Tony Pollard is lined up in the backfield, single back formation, motioning in the backfield to CeeDee Lamb. Fakes the toss. Dak Prescott in trouble. Dak Prescott ends up throwing that ball into the dirt. They're going to call that an incomplete pass, and that's going to be likely a field goal. No, dude, there's no way that Deuce Vaughn is 135 pounds. It's possible, but I don't even have him on my stat charts because I think Malik Davis is going to have a better year than him anyways. So right now, total yards of offense. Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys have 72 total yards of offense. Gavante Turnpin. Okay, I see what you're saying. He's a little bigger than that. Not 135, 195. I'm sorry. 153 is what I meant to say. 153, 5'9", 153. Otherwise, 135, he'd be a small child. Anyways, here we go. Here's an attempt at 3 points. Don't miss this one, buddy. There's the snap. There's the kick. The kick is up. The kick is good. And we are now at a 9-0 lead. Dallas Cowboys 9, New York Giants 0. 135. Oops. Yeah, 153. Doesn't matter. Nobody scored. We got 3 points, so that was a score, I suppose. Not what we were hoping for, but we will take a 9-point lead in the first quarter. This is just getting started, and it's probably going to get ugly for the Giants because we know they're either going to run the ball with Saquon or they're going to run the ball with Daniel Jones. There have been literally negative 10 yards in passing, which is what it says here on CBS Stats. So, yeah, not a great start for the passing game for the New York Giants here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all so much for those of you who have just subscribed to this channel. I really appreciate your support. I appreciate your love. Go ahead and share this with whoever you want, but you guys are awesome, so thank y'all so much. My name is Mario Manuel. I do this for anybody who is either tired of listening to Joe Buck and Troy Aikman or someone who, just cannot catch the game and wants to have at least some sort of like maybe sports radio or something like that where you can catch the play-by-play and know that you're going to get every snap and every down. So the more people who like this and subscribe to it, the more I can reach with this, what I'm doing, and essentially this is the product that I have for you. So thank you all for liking and subscribing, and thank you guys for being here. You guys are awesome. Okay, y'all, let's talk about fantasy points right now. There is not a lot to talk about. The Dallas Cowboys defense definitely have the most fantasy points on this field right now. Daniel Jones has 2. CeeDee Lamb has 5, so he did have a big 49-yard catch. 49 yards on that catch by CeeDee Lamb. 1 target, 1 reception, 49 yards. Dak Prescott has 64 yards passing. He's completed 4 of his 6 passes, so he is at 66%, which is in line with what he had all season last season. At least he hasn't had any interceptions. The other person who just subscribed, you're awesome. Thank you. Let's go, boys. I'm hyped for it. I am ready for it. Tonight's game is going to be probably a blowout. They say it's only a 3.5-point difference, but there is no way that the Dallas Cowboys are going to have a 3.5-point game. It's going to be a lot bigger margin than that, at least in my own opinion from what I've seen. Defensively, the Dallas Cowboys are on fire right now. Dan Quinn is the defensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys. He brings 19 years of NFL coaching experience to that role, having previously served as the head coach for the Atlanta Falcons. In his second stint as an NFL defensive coordinator, Dan Quinn was tasked with transforming the Cowboys defense, and he successfully turned the unit around in 2021. Despite facing numerous injuries and COVID-19 related player changes, Quinn's defense has thrived. They led the league in takeaways with 34 and set franchise records with 6 defensive touchdowns. Additionally, they ranked second in third down defense and opponent 3-and-out drives, while finishing 7th in opponent points per game. Quinn's standout achievements was nurturing rookie All-Pro linebacker Micah Parsons, who recorded 13 sacks, y'all, and earned AP Defensive Rookie of the Year honors. And Micah Parsons from the start was guided the right way and has had an amazing, amazing season and career so far. Now, before joining the Cowboys, Dan Quinn served as the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons, leading them to an NFC title and a Super Bowl appearance in 2016. We are back to the action. That kick went to the end zone. We are starting this drive on the 25-yard line. Single back formation, fakes the handoff. He's in trouble. Daniel Jones gets sacked at the 15-yard line, and Daniel Jones gets blown up. And again, the Dallas Cowboys and Dan Quinn's defense is standing strong. Standing strong. I mean, my gosh. This defensive coordinator has really got his stuff together. I mean, he played a pivotal role in the Seahawks defense when it was like the Legion of Boom in 2013 and 2014. And during his tenure, the Seahawks boasted the league's top defense in multiple categories, including yards allowed, points allowed, passing yards allowed. I mean, Dan Quinn's defense is no joke. And here we go, lined up at 2nd and 19 on the 11-yard line on a shotgun formation. Daniel Jones in trouble, unable to get away. I mean, this guy is in so much trouble. He's going to throw that ball away because he has to, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and 19 on the 11-yard line. But there is laundry on the field, ladies and gentlemen. There is a flag down, so let's see what this flag is going to be. Waiting for the call from the officials. They are talking about it right now. Let's see what they say. Waiting to hear it. White hat trying to figure it out with the rest of his crew. Here we go. Here's the call. There is no foul on the play for ineligible man downfield. No foul at all. It's going to be 3rd down. Okay, so a 3rd and 19, ladies and gentlemen. 3rd down and 19. 3rd down and 19. Score is 9-0. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Daniel Jones has felt the pressure from the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys are showing a 4-man rush here, and that's going to be a throw to Saquon. Saquon Barkley fumbles the ball, and that's going to get brought back. Is that going to be another 6 points? That's going to be another touchdown by the Dallas Cowboys defense. Another one. Saquon Barkley just gets bombed, and that is going to be picked up and a score from the Dallas Cowboys. Let's go. Oh, my goodness. There's no way. Wow. I knew it, man. I knew this was going to be one of those games. The Cowboys are here, and they're for real. They don't even need Dak Prescott at this moment. The score right now, oh, my gosh, that was just insane. Great positioning right there. Just fantastic. Another 6 points from the Dallas Cowboys defense. Another 6 points from the Dallas Cowboys defense. What an awesome play. That was Jaron Kearse out of Clemson, the 7th-round pick out of on the 2016 draft. And here we go, waiting for the snap and the kick to see if this is going to be a 16-point lead in the first quarter. And that is right down the middle. We've got another Dallas Cowboys defense score. Oh, my gosh, y'all. That was absolutely wild. A huge hit by Trayvon Diggs. And it looks like it wasn't Jaron Kearse. It was Bland who took that one all the way back to the house. That was Bland who took that all the way back to the house. Huge play. Trayvon Diggs jarring that ball loose. Trayvon Diggs was a second-round pick in the 2020 draft, number 51 overall, picked up by the Dallas Cowboys. Dude has had so many interceptions already, and he's only had a young career, right? This is his 3rd year in the NFL. Well, 2020, 21, 22. 4th year in the NFL, and he's definitely figured it out. One of the things that I don't love about Trayvon Diggs is the fact that he always tries to come in underneath and pick those balls off, and sometimes, it's boom or bust, right? He'll either get a pick and take it back, or he's going to miss the pick, give up his position on the field, and then you've got a huge gain, if not a touchdown on the other side. I think he's watched the tape and figured it out, especially waiting right there for Saquon Barkley and delivering that huge hit. He just put his head down and nailed this dude. And I was excited to start commentating for the Dallas Cowboys, and I am, I guess, for their defense, because right now there is nothing coming out of the New York Giants side. So this has been a huge issue. Wow, that's a scary number right there. 666. If I could get one more, that would make me really happy, so I don't feel like I'm going to be possessed. But for now, I'll take the 666 in subscribers. Thank y'all so much for liking this channel and subscribing. Cannot wait for the Dallas Cowboys offense to finally get back out on the field and give us some additional scoring. let's take a look at the New York Giants and see how their offensive scheme has been working right now. Their offensive coordinator is Mike Kafka. The Giants' offensive coordinator is in his second season in the NFL. He's orchestrated significant improvements in the team, but not significant enough, at least not tonight. The Giants did score 107 more points in 2022 than they did in 2021, and they averaged 333.9 yards per game, ranking fourth in rushing yards with 148.2 yards per game. Now, Daniel Jones had his best year of his career last year under Mike Kafka, setting franchise completion percentage records, and running back Saquon Barkley excelled with career-high rushing stats. Before joining the Giants, though, Kafka, age 36, spent 5 seasons with the Kansas City Chiefs, coaching Patrick Mahomes and contributing to their offensive success as well. Haven't had much offensive success tonight, but Kafka is a pretty good offensive coordinator. They're just off to a very, very, very bad start. There's the kick by the Dallas Cowboys. That's going to go into the end zone, past the end zone. They're going to start this at the 25-yard line. So in 2021, the Chiefs reached the AFC Championship game for the 4th consecutive year, and that obviously that was because of Patrick Mahomes. Mike Kafka was there through all of that. And through Kafka's coaching journey, which started in 2016 as an offensive graduate assistant at the Northwestern University. Before his coaching career, Kafka had 6 years playing in the NFL as a backup quarterback and was drafted by the Eagles in 2010. He got a degree in communications from Northwestern, and that's just a little background on him. Here we go. That's a first down on the 25-yard line. That's going to be a handoff out of the shotgun formation to Saquon Barkley, and Saquon is going to gain 5 yards on that play. So a good chunk, if they can continue to do that, they should be in good shape theoretically. I mean, 5 yards is going to move the chains every 2 runs, right? So it's going to be hard fought, but there's a very good chance that if they just keep feeding Saquon underneath, that they would have some success instead of doing all of these pro set, moving around, faking like you're going to throw it. We know you're not, Daniel Jones. So anyways, 2nd and 5, shotgun formation, and they're doing the same thing once again. There's the snap, a handoff once again, and that's going to get blown up. Saquon Barkley gains about 2 yards on that one. Tough start for the New York Giants. Can they get 6 points back or any points back? Let's see what happens here. Cowboys are up 16-0, ladies and gentlemen. 16-0. It is going to be a 3rd down and 2 on the New York Giants 33-yard line. So the Giants are on their own 33-yard line. They need to gain some yards here. 3rd down and 2. Shotgun formation to the right of Daniel Jones' Saquon. There's the snap, and Daniel Jones is going to get blown up again. He's going to get sacked 5 yards behind. So that's going to bring up a 4th down and 7 on the New York Giants 28-yard line. And this has been an absolute disaster in the first quarter for the New York Giants. They have negative 19 passing yards. They have a total of 55 rushing yards and total yards of 36 in this game. They've only moved the ball 36 yards in this game. Wow, just a terrible performance by the New York Giants. And a lot of these guys just got paid, so they better start doing something here. They're in the punt formation. The punt is up. The punt is away. And the Dallas Cowboys, looks like Turpin is going to return that on the 10-yard line, and he's getting passed up to about the 20. So Kevontae Turpin, getting that back to about the 20-yard line. 21 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys offense taking the field once again. Excited to see them. So now we can finally talk about the Dallas Cowboys offense, since the defense has been doing just about everything. Excited to see what Dak Prescott has in store this season. CeeDee Lamb could have a very big game here today as well. But with this lead, I expect them to try to well, who knows, right? This is a divisional rival. This might just be like a big FU game to them. So Brian Schottenheimer is the new offensive coordinator after Kellen Moore left. So now we've got Brian Schottenheimer as the offensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys. He's also got an extensive coaching career. He's had a lot of coaching positions for a lot of different teams, including the New York Jets, the St. Louis Rams, and the University of Georgia. Here we go. We are in a single back formation waiting for the snap. There's a handoff. That's going to go to Tony Pollard, and he's going to lose about 3 yards. So a big stop, a good stop for the New York Giants. Can they continue to do that? That will continue to milk the clock here, ladies and gentlemen. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter here. That's going to bring up the end of the first quarter. Nice chain that Dak Prescott's wearing. It'd be a shame if someone broke it off of him. Okay. Wow. That has been a one-sided game so far. I mean, we have not even really seen this offense go. We saw one big play. To CeeDee Lamb, which went for 49 yards, and Jake Ferguson had 2 catches, almost caused an interception going the other way, but we were able to get 3 points out of that drive. 70 total yards of offense now for the Dallas Cowboys. They did just have 73, but that tackle cost them a few extra yards there in that moment. Right now, Dak Prescott has 64 total yards of passing through the air. He's 4 for 6, doesn't have very many attempts. Daniel Jones is 1 of 5. So he's only got a 20% completion rating, and he's got an interception. So, yikes. That's not a good start for the New York Giants. And if you're a New York Giants fan, I am sorry, not sorry. I appreciate you being here in this channel. Thank you so much. But my Dallas Cowboys are on fire right now. And let's take a look at some of the stats from some of my favorite players going into this year. Last year, CeeDee Lamb had 107 receptions on 156 targets. 107 receptions on 156 targets last year. 1,359 yards and 9 touchdowns. I mean, CeeDee Lamb was a force last year, and he was the only person doing anything last year. He's the only one of the Dallas Cowboys who got over 600 receiving yards last season. So that is something that you definitely got to keep in mind. Now he's got Brandon Cooks by his side, who has been in the league for some time. Last season, he only had 57 receptions, 93 targets, 1 yard shy of 700. But let's be real, there was nobody. I mean, there was Davis Mills throwing him the ball last year. And, I mean, what are you going to do? It was a terrible, terrible offense, a terrible, terrible scheme. I think he might have had even better success if he would have stayed. I mean, I like the fact that he's with the Dallas Cowboys, but D'Amico Ryans is now the new head coach over there, and they've got some new weapons as well. So I think the Houston Texans might surprise a lot of people this season, but that's not important. What's important is that Brandon Cooks is with us now, and this guy has put together 6 1,000-yard seasons in his career, and there's a very good chance that he can put up another one this year with the Dallas Cowboys. He has yet to be targeted in this game, but that will probably change. So here we go. We're in a pro set formation. There's a snap, fakes the handoff, throws that out, and a one-handed tip up in the air, and that's going to be a 3rd down. So that was intended for Brandon Cooks. I was just talking about him. That pass went out to the left. Dak Prescott threw that ball out to the left to Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks, it went over his head. He's 5'10", not 6'2", like CeeDee Lamb. So Dak Prescott's going to have to make some adjustments when throwing to him. Those might be the underneath. He should be the best slot receiver that we have. But here we go. Another pro set formation, double protection. Deuce Vaughn helping protect. There's a deep, deep bomb for Dak Prescott, and that is going to be a pass interference on Brandon. Brandon Cooks is going to get the pass interference call, and that's going to be a gain of like 50 yards for the Dallas Cowboys. At least 25 on that one. So let's see where that moves them. That'll move them to the New York Giants 45-yard line from the Dallas Cowboys 25-yard line. So that's good for about 30 yards, 35 yards. So a 35-yard mistake by Hawkins the third. A 35-yard mistake by the New York Giants right there, and that puts the Dallas Cowboys in great field position. A big, big flag. These poor New York Giants are starting to sweat right now, man. And I'm getting ready to grab a chair and just kind of kick back, dude, because this is – let's see what happens here. Single back formation, fakes the handoff to Tony Pollard. Dak Prescott sees the pressure, throws to Jake Ferguson on the right-hand sideline and is unable to connect. McKinney there to make the stop. So now we have a 2nd down and 10. 2nd down and 10 on the New York Giants 45-yard line. And let's see what happens here. So we're on the 45-yard line right now. 14 minutes and 44 seconds left to go in the first half of this game. Dallas Cowboys are already up by 16 points. Shotgun formation. Dak Prescott back there with Deuce Vaughn. Hands the ball to him. He's going to run forward and gain about 2 yards. And that was not Deuce. That was TP. An awkward call for me from his other side. So, yeah, Tony Pollard only good for 2 yards on that one. He looked a lot smaller on the other side of Dak Prescott, who is a big guy, 6'2". He's got 2 inches on him. There's the snap and a shotgun formation. A throw underneath to Tony Pollard, who will make the catch, and he's going to get blown up, and that's not going to get them enough for the first down. So that's going to bring up a 4th down for the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys unable to get that first down. It wasn't a 3-and-out, but it may as well have been. No score for the Dallas Cowboys. No first down for the Dallas Cowboys. They're likely going to punt this one away, and the New York Giants will take over on that punt. So let's see. We've got a 3rd down. There's no punt yet. Tony Pollard did get wrapped around pretty good, and they're going to go for it here on 4th down. 4th down, go for it. Empty backfield. 5 wide receivers. Dak Prescott looks left. He throws it underneath, and that's going to be completed for a first down. And that was Brandon Cooks with the catch. He gets picked up and body slammed, but that is good for a first down, and the Cowboys are marching. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Oh, man, cheers to that. Cheers to you. Thank you for being here on this channel, guys. Thank y'all so much. Good throw, good catch. Way to find some space, Brandon Cooks. He had both of his feet picked up from underneath him, and he got dropped. Pile driven. 1st and 10, strong side on the left. Single back formation waiting for the snap. There's the snap and a handoff to Tony Pollard, who runs up the right and up the middle, and that's going to keep going. That's actually Malik Davis, who's going to get almost that first down. It's actually not him either. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Let's take a look and see who that was. That was Dowdle on that attempt. Dowdle on that attempt got about 9 yards on that one. Rico Dowdle. This is his 4th season. Rico Dowdle, look at him actually trying to make an impact here. So here we go. Single back formation once again. Actually, we have an offset formation here. We've got some extra protection. And that's going to be another run up the gut. And that's going to be good to about the 20-yard line. And that's going to be good to about the 20-yard line. So not a whole lot going there. 3rd down and 8 for the Dallas Cowboys right now. 3rd down and 8 for the Dallas Cowboys right now. On the ground, the Cowboys have 20 yards rushing, but they have 75 yards through the air. A total of 95 yards on offense, total offense. But can you believe that with 95 yards of total offense, the Dallas Cowboys are up 16-0? So here we go once again in a single back formation. Dak Prescott is lined up under center, motioning in the backfield. There's the snap. And once again, another handoff. And that's Dowdle one more time, unable to get anything going. So now we've got a 3rd down and 8. 3rd down and 8, ladies and gentlemen. 16-0, 11 minutes and 28 seconds left to go. The clock is ticking. Brian Daboll is sitting there with his arms folded. He seems very upset in this moment. Let's go, boys. That's all I can say, man. Let's go, Cowboys. Okay, shotgun formation. Once again, Tony Pollard is to the right of Dak Prescott. We have 2 wide receivers at the top of the screen and 1 at the bottom. Motioning in the backfield is CeeDee Lamb, waiting for the snap, and there it comes. Dak Prescott looks right. He looks towards CeeDee. He ends up throwing that into the hands of Jake Ferguson, who cannot catch it. It was in his gloves, and that ball hits the turf, so out comes the kicking unit. Once again, getting ready to put up some more points here. Here comes the kicking unit, getting ready to put up some more points. And according to what is above my head, unfortunately, this is just a hair faster than me. It looks like that kick will be good. But let's watch it in real time. What I see on my screen is a 38-yard field goal attempt. The score is 16-0, 38-yard field goal attempt, 11 minutes left on the clock. The kick is going to, squeak inside of that upright. Just barely good enough, but it is good enough. And the Dallas Cowboys are leading by 19 with 11 minutes left to go in the second quarter. So still under 100 yards of offense, and the Cowboys have 19 points right now in this moment. Unbelievable. Coach Mike McCarthy is the head coach for the Dallas Cowboys. He was made the head coach in 2020, bringing over 25 years of NFL coaching experience to the team. And they really needed it because Jason Garrett was not the guy. He is known for his offensive expertise and impressive track record with quarterbacks. As the head coach, Mike McCarthy achieved great success with the Green Bay Packers. Great success, including the Super Bowl victory that they had in 2010. Now, under his leadership, the Packers consistently made the playoffs and won division titles and boasted one of the league's most awesome offenses, which is just absolutely true. If you guys watched the Packers 13 years ago, they were elite. Now, Mike McCarthy has worked with a bunch of other elite quarterbacks like Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers, helping them reach remarkable success and accolades. Now, this is something that I mentioned in my previous stream, which is also true. Did you know that this is the first week 1 for the Green Bay Packers where they started a quarterback that wasn't named Brett Favre or Aaron Rodgers? This was the first week 1 since 1992. Yeah, it's been that long since we've had a fresh quarterback in Green Bay. So that's pretty interesting. Anyways, Mike McCarthy, his hands-on teaching approach and experience as an offensive coordinator have earned him the respect throughout the league. Mike McCarthy's coaching journey began in the NFL as a quality control assistant with the Kansas City Chiefs in 1993, where he worked with the legendary quarterback Joe Montana. Now, over the years, he's honed his skills as a quarterback coach and offensive coordinator, leaving his mark on teams like the New Orleans Saints and the San Francisco 49ers. Mike McCarthy's ability to develop quarterbacks is evident in the success of those that he's mentored. His tenure with the Green Bay Packers, which included 8 consecutive playoff appearances, showcased his offensive prowess, making him an ideal fit for our Dallas Cowboys as they seek to elevate their offensive game and compete at the highest level. Let's go, boys. Let's go, Mike McCarthy. Let's go, Dak Prescott. Let's go, squad. Let's go, defense. I'm so hyped, dude. Let's go. I want to see Micah Parsons get another one right now. Another one. Micah Parsons, last year, the kick is away, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. We are back from the commercial break. That kick is going to go past the end zone. That kick is past the end zone, and we are going to start on the 25-yard line. The New York Giants now have possession. New York Giants are trailing by 19 at home. Trailing by 19 at home in the first half of this game. And Micah Parsons is coming back out onto this field. Donovan Wilson is coming back out onto this field. Last year, Micah Parsons had 65 total tackles, 42 of them solo. He had 13 and a half sacks. I mean, this guy was a beast last year, and he's already got one today, if not 2. Have not been tracking that, but my gosh, it's just been wild. So shotgun formation, 25-yard line, a low snap. Daniel Jones already in trouble. He scrambles to his right. He ends up getting tackled outside. There is a flag down, and there's an interception. Another interception by the Dallas Cowboys. They're saying that's a pick, but let's see what the flag is going to be here. Oh, my gosh. There's no way that Daniel Jones threw another interception. He should have just ran out of bounds at that point. He already was out of bounds. Let's see what happens. Let's see what they say. I cannot believe this. Holding on the offense. That's declined. Oh, my gosh. Let's go. Oh, my gosh. How is this possible, dude? How? Oh, man. You want to talk about a team shitting the bed? Sorry, but not sorry. This is exactly what's happening right here. What an absolute nightmare. A mess. Just a filthy, disgusting mess right now. Wow, Daniel Jones just getting blown up. The Dallas Cowboys looking elite. Oh, that's going to get overturned. That's going to get overturned. That did hit the dirt. That was not an interception. That's a pretty close look at it. I don't think that's going to be an interception, y'all. I don't think that's going to be an interception. But if this snap if this snap that hit the floor, if the snap gets off, it's over. No flag, and that's it. So they get away with it. Dallas Cowboys, Dak Prescott throws up the middle, and that's good to Brandon Cooks again, which is going to be good for about 13 yards on that play. So the Dallas Cowboys were starting after that turnover, and now we've got a first down, another first down by the Dallas Cowboys. They're on the New York Giants 22-yard line, so already inside the red zone. And can Dak Prescott get himself his first touchdown of the season, or is this going to be an all-defensive kind of game? Brandon Cooks has been targeted a few times today now. Brandon Cooks doing all right, doing his thing. Finally over 100 yards of offense. Brandon Cooks, 3 targets, 2 receptions. Shotgun formation, 1st and 10, 22-yard line, waiting for the snap. 4 wide receivers. There's the snap and a toss out to the left, and that's going to go forward. He's going to get up. Cavante Turnpin on that one, gaining about 6 yards. Interesting to have him in the backfield with Dak Prescott for that play. Just a shovel pass there to Cavante Turnpin. Good play, good toss, good throw. Looks good. It looked good. Now let's see what happens, because I need to see an offensive touchdown. I'm sick of this defensive stuff. Not really. Keep it coming. 2nd and 4. I formation. Two running backs behind Dak Prescott. He fakes the handoff, and he throws it to the end zone just over the hands of CeeDee Lamb. Right through the fingertips of the number 1 wide receiver, just an inch too high. And there is a flag on the play. Let's see what the flag is going to be. Likely a holding on the offense. Let's take a look here. Before the pass, illegal contact on the defense, number 25, a 5-yard penalty and an automatic first down. So the Dallas Cowboys get another lucky break. You cannot see the game. I apologize for that, Nicole. That's what I'm here for, Nicole. I am here for you. If you can't watch the game and you need some sports radio, this is for you. Close your eyes and pretend like you're there. Oh, I'm sorry, Layla. I'm sorry. I apologize. It looks like we've got some New York Giants fans in here. There's the snap out of a shotgun formation. Dak Prescott is going to keep that one and run forward and get to about the 5-yard line. So now we've got a 2nd down and 5 on the 5-yard line. And you know what? Yeah, the Texans did not look great. D'Amico Ryans wasn't doing terribly today. I mean, it is what it is. Blaze DVD, it's okay. Hopefully we win the next game this week. Hopefully next week, yes, you do win. And if you guys win next week, I'm all for it. But this week, it's got to be the Cowboys. So here we go. In a single back formation, Tony Pollard lined up behind Dak Prescott. There's a handoff to Tony Pollard, who's going to rush forward and get just shy of the first down. The first down marker is at the 1-yard line. So here we go. We are at the 2-yard line, just shy of the – it's like at the 1.5-yard line, not even at the 2-yard line. We are just inside of that 2-yard line. And we are just about to score. We are knocking on the door. Let's see what happens on this play right here. Coming up in just a second. Score is 19-0 is what I see on my screen on this 3rd and 1 play. 8 minutes left to go in the first half. We are in a single back formation waiting for the snap. A backwards toss to Tony Pollard, who's going to punch it in and score a touchdown for the Dallas Cowboys. Touchdown, Cowboys! And this game is quickly getting out of hand for the New York Giants. The New York Giants need to figure something out. It is no longer running time. It is now passing time. And not only have the New York Giants offense, not only have they not been able to produce, the defense has started to kind of give in right now. They looked pretty good. They stopped the Dallas Cowboys twice. Defensively, the New York Giants looked good, but they're starting to break here a little bit. The kick is up, the kick is good, and now the Dallas Cowboys have a 26-point lead. So, back to a commercial break. That turnover, in case you cannot see it, a lot of you cannot see it, the turnover that happened in this game, if it would have been challenged, would have been overturned. Just so everyone is clear about that. And me as a Cowboys fan, I'm letting you know we got away with murder on that one because nobody threw a flag, and that was not an interception. So, hey, you know what? If Des Bryant's catch wasn't a catch, then that wasn't an incomplete pass. Then that was an interception. We made up for it now in that game, in that one particular play. So let's talk about it, y'all. Let's talk about it. Dak Prescott only has 91 passing yards, but Tony Pollard does have a touchdown tonight. He's got a touchdown and 13 yards. Not a whole lot of offense happening today. This has really been the story of the Dallas Cowboys defense in this first half. And the New York Giants just paid Daniel Jones a lot of money to start making some plays. And unfortunately, he's feeling the pressure right now. Tomorrow at MetLife Stadium, the New York Jets will be playing the Buffalo Bills, and it's going to be a really awesome game, ladies and gentlemen. I will be covering the game tomorrow night. Buffalo Bills, New York Jets. It's going to be another really fun game. You guys are watching Football Nation. If this is your first time checking out the game, first time checking out my channel, please like and subscribe. I love what I do. I love football. Even though I've never played a snap of football in my life, I do analyze the game, and I am a referee here in the state of Texas. I do high school and middle school refereeing at a different level, which is pretty cool. I'm trying to work my way up into the college ranks, but right now I really love commentating and being in front of the camera and talking with people like you and being able to share and bring these games to those who either don't have access to the game or are just sick of the regular commentators, because I know that for a while I didn't have access to a lot of games that were out of my market, and the only way that I could catch them was through YouTube. So I thought, you know what, maybe I can do the same for others. So thank y'all so much for being here. I really appreciate you guys, your support, your energy, your vibes. Love it. Layla, Nicole, 1K Protection, rock on, guys. I really appreciate y'all being here. Okay, so now the New York Giants will be trying their darndest to come back and dig themselves out of this hole, this deep hole that they've put themselves in right now. Last season, Daniel Jones attempted 472 passes, completed 317 of them, 67.2 completion percentage, over 3,000 yards with 3,205, and he had five interceptions but 15 touchdowns. They're highlighting Micah Parsons on my screen. Third player with 12-plus sacks in each of his first 3 seasons. I mean, this guy is something else, and they're feeling the pressure, especially Daniel Jones. The offensive line for the New York Giants has not been able to keep him out of the backfield. He has 1 QB hit, 1 QB hurry, and 1 sack tonight. So here we go in a single back formation. They're going to have to start passing the ball, but they're going to hand it off to Saquon Barkley, and Saquon's going to get pushed back by the entire Cowboys defense, by the entire Cowboys defense on that play. So nothing going there. We are looking at a 2nd down and 10 on the New York Giants 25-yard line. They just received the kickoff after the score. The first down play got them absolutely nowhere. So we've got a 2nd down and 10 on the New York Giants 25-yard line. Let's see what Coach Daboll has lined up for this one tonight. Coach Daboll and Mike Kafka, head coach and offensive coordinator. Shotgun formation, waiting for the snap. Here we go. Daniel Jones looking left, throws left underneath, completes the pass, but that's not going to be very far. That's good to Campbell. Campbell able to get that catch, but there is a flag on the play, more laundry on the field. Let's see what happens here. What do we got to say, White Hat? Which, by the way, the White Hat is your referee, in case you didn't know. Before the pass, holding on the defense, Trayvon Diggs. Trayvon Diggs getting called for the defensive hold on that one. So here we go. That penalty is going to be awesome. That's good for the New York Giants. That will put them forward 5 yards. It's not going to give them a first down, but it is good for I don't know if I interesting call. I don't know if I like that one. Obviously, I'm a little bit biased on it, but even as a referee, I don't know if there was enough on that. Shotgun formation. Saquon Barkley moving out to the left, and that's a completed pass. They did give them that first down. That was a completed pass. Sorry, that should have been a first down at the holding. Anyways, that's going to bring up a second down. It's going to be a 2nd and 4 when we get back here. So they're showing Micah Parsons, and they're showing him in his boxing skills right now. Apparently, Micah Parsons is a bit of a boxer, so that's kind of interesting. But we're not boxing out here right now. Right now, we're playing football. So 2nd and 4 is what I see on my screen. Single back formation. Daniel Jones hands that ball off to Saquon, who's going to push the ball forward. Oh, just shy of the first down. So 1 yard short. Looks like 2 yards short. They're going to call it 3rd and 1 on the New York Giants 39-yard line. 3rd and 1 on the Giants 31-yard line. So let's see what happens here. 3rd down and 1. They trail by 26. 6 minutes left to go in this first half of the game. New York Giants struggling to find some momentum. A lot of people upset with their first-round pick and Saquon Barkley at this moment. We are in a shotgun formation. 3rd and 1. Here's the snap. Fakes the handoff. Oh my gosh, Daniel Jones gets blown up, but there is a completed pass that is good for a first down for the New York Giants. That was to Darren Waller, his first catch as a New York Giant. And they should probably target him more as well because that guy is a beast. Darren Waller is a beast. And maybe, just maybe, Daniel Jones will find a new safety blanket in Darren Waller. You have to respect that man. He's an absolute monster. Yeah, they literally just said it on TV. They got to start running this offense through him, and they absolutely do. Single back formation. There's the handoff. That's to Saquon. Saquon's going to run forward and actually lose 2 more yards. And he's slow to get up, but he is getting up. So that's good news for Saquon Barkley. Let's see what comes on here. Daniel Jones was under center on that play. They show the handoff. He runs up to the left, Saquon Barkley does, but he doesn't even make it back to the line of scrimmage. So now we've got a 2nd down and 12 situation on the Giants. Looks like their 45-yard line. On their own 45-yard line. So shotgun formation again. 3 wide receivers to the top of the screen. 1 wide receiver to the bottom. Daniel Jones in trouble already. Throws. That is going to be almost intercepted one more time. Wow, that was to Isaiah Hodgins. He threw it behind him, and the Dallas Cowboys defense unable to take that ball away, but that seemed like a pretty clear interception. Malik Hooker dropping that one. You're a hooker. Sorry. Only a few people will get that one if you've ever watched Grandma's Boy. Love that movie, by the way. Okay, 3rd down and 12. We've got a 3rd down and 12, 4 minutes and 44 seconds left to go in the first half of this game. Down by 26 of the New York Giants, operating from their 45-yard line. Shotgun formation. Daniel Jones in the backfield, and he is in trouble, and he's going to have to scramble, and he's actually going to get away, and he's going to get past the 45 up to the 50, so he's going to gain 5 yards on that one, but it's not good enough for a first down. So now we have a 4th and 5 on the Dallas 48-yard line. They gave him a pretty generous field position. La Vida Gypsy, thank you so much for joining. And yeah, let's go Cowboys. Wow, if you're just tuning in right now, you can check the score above my head. The Dallas Cowboys are dominating the New York Giants at this very moment. It is 4th and 5, and the New York Giants have to go for it right here on the 48-yard line. There are 5 seconds left on the play clock. 4th and 5, and they're about to call a timeout. Timeout, Dallas. They didn't like what they saw there in that moment. And I love the football love. Okay, 669 subscribers. Thank y'all so much for being here. We have added about 15 of you guys throughout the day today. Thank y'all so much. If you guys are joining us for the first time, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this with your friends. We can get it out to some more people who need to catch content like this in case they're interested in following their favorite football teams, y'all. Appreciate y'all being here. So, in this moment, 128 total yards of offense for the Dallas Cowboys, 58 yards of total offense for the New York Giants. The Giants are struggling to find their momentum right now. But this game isn't over, although it might feel that way for some. Let's see what happens here, and if they can turn this into a first down. Daniel Jones under the microscope right now. He's had to drop back 15 times. He's been sacked twice. He's been hit 3 times and hurried 5 more. He's only 3 of 9 from the field right now. And there's the snap out of the shotgun. 4th and 5. They absolutely need this. Daniel Jones in trouble, and he throws and he connects with Darren Waller. Darren Waller able to get that first down. First down, New York Giants. Good for them. Now, You got to have some sort of level of competition in this game. Darren Waller made a fantastic move. He ran up, and it looks like he ended up coming inside almost on that. It was a tight end attack. So he did the angle. Tight end angle is exactly the route that he ran. And Daniel Jones did a good job running out to the left. Darren Waller looked back to see if his quarterback was struggling. He was able to make that catch. This offense needs to run through him. Okay, here we go. 1st and 10 on the 21-yard line, 31-yard line, on that. And that's going to be a handoff play. Line of scrimmage. We are at the 21-yard line right now, 1K. We are on the 21-yard line right now. 2nd down and 8. We're looking at a 2nd down and 8. 9 plays on this drive, 51 yards. My apologies. We're actually on the 24-yard line, and there's a snap and the handoff to Saquon Barkley, who will bring it up to the 21-yard line. Now we're at the 21-yard line. Oh, hello. Hello, everybody. Thank y'all so much for joining my stream. Thank y'all so much for being here. Much love. Feel it. I feel the love. Thank you so much. Mom, you rock. Gotta love Mom. Mom's always here to support. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the middle of game time right now. Saquon Barkley tonight has already played 75% of the team's offensive snaps. 3rd and 5 from the 21-yard line. 3rd and 5 from the 21-yard line, shotgun formation. There's the snap. Daniel Jones looks right. He throws right to Saquon Barkley, who catches that ball and gets the 1st down inside of the 15-yard line, gets to about the 14. So that's going to be a 1st and 10 on the 14-yard line for the New York Giants. New York Giants are now inside of the red zone. Well, they've been inside the red zone, but now they're really inside the red zone. Thank you to whoever just subscribed to this channel. You are awesome. So a good throw, a good catch by Saquon Barkley, able to fight off the defenders. We've got a 1st and 10 on the 14-yard line and an empty backfield 5 wide. Waiting for the snap is Daniel Jones. Now we've switched to a shotgun formation, and they're calling an audible or a timeout at this moment. Looks like a timeout will be called. And that is not true. That is the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in the first half of this game, ladies and gentlemen. 2-minute warning. Daniel Jones and the New York Giants are really in trouble right now. They are trying to fight their way into the end zone. They're doing a fantastic job of keeping this drive alive, even in some scary situations and some 4th down calls. Brian Daboll understands that he cannot let this game get too far away from him. So if they can score 7 points on this drive right here, right now, then we've got a 19-point game. Now, yeah, that is still a tough lead to overcome, but it's not impossible. We saw, and unless you didn't see, but there was a magical game, an amazing game that happened last playoff season between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the LA Chargers, where the Chargers were up by not 1, not 2, not 3 or 4. They were up by 5 touchdowns, and the Jacksonville Jaguars were able to come back and win that game. So it is not over until the fat lady sings. It is not over. I mean, they say that a round ball comes in a square box, which means you never know what you're going to get, right? So anyways, we are at a commercial break at this moment, ladies and gentlemen. We are in a commercial break right now. You are not missing any of the action. I'm here to bring you every snap, every play, every down of every game that I possibly can in the primetime slot. For the New York Giants, this might be a game to forget about, but your game's coming up. The New York Giants are playing the Dallas Cowboys today. They will be playing the Arizona Cardinals next Sunday, which should be an easy W for the Giants, and they're going to need one. But then they're going to face some really tough teams after that. Thursday, September 21st, the San Francisco Giants. Monday, October 2nd, the Seattle Seahawks. Sunday, October 8th, the Miami Dolphins, who just won an awesome game over the Chargers as well. And then they got to play Buffalo. And now, after that, that's a really, really tough 5 games that they're going to have to get through. I think they're going to win over Arizona. I see a loss over San Francisco. I see a win over Seattle. I see a loss to the next 2, Miami and Buffalo. I think that they'll win against Washington. in October. They don't have a bye week until week 13. So they are going to need to stay healthy. I mean, not having a week off for 12 weeks, that's going to be tough. And it's one thing when you're doing it behind the camera and not taking hits like me, because I will be taking no weeks off. But when you're out on the field taking hits from 300-pound tackles, then yeah, you're going to want to take at least a day off. So here we go. We're back to the action. We are in the 2-minute warning. There's the snap out of a shotgun formation. And Daniel Jones is going to get sacked again. Daniel Jones sacked at the 20-yard line. And that's going to bring up a second down. And Brian Daboll is shaking his head. The head coach is very upset about what he's seeing out of his offense in this very moment. Yikes. Yikes. Great defense right there from Armstrong to get in there. Dorrance Armstrong really, oh man. Another sack. 3 sacks by the Dallas Cowboys defense. 2 touchdowns by the Dallas Cowboys defense. Here we go in a single back formation. 3 wide receivers to the top of the screen. Fakes the handoff. Daniel Jones in trouble again. And a thrown pass out to the right-hand side is intended, looks like, for the Dallas Cowboys defense. But no, that was Isaiah Hodgins as the target there and unable to catch that pass. So now we have an incomplete pass once again. A tough one. A tough play. Okay. So that's what we're looking at. That was actually intended for Paris Campbell, who was wearing the number 1, but now he's wearing 0. Not for this game, but anyways. We've got a 3rd down and 15 on the 19-yard line. There's the snap. Daniel Jones looks left. Daniel Jones looks right. He pump fakes. Daniel Jones is in trouble, and he's going to get brought down after gaining 1 yard. And now we're looking at a 4th down situation, 4th and 14 on the Dallas 18-yard line. So they're going to have to take the 3 points. I doubt that they're going to go for it on 4th down right here with 14 yards to go. But hey, I'm not the one calling the plays right now. I guess I am, but I'm not. I'm calling them as I see them, not making the decisions. Okay, so I smell a field goal coming. I think Daniel Jones is off on the sideline with his helmet off. I don't think he's going to come back out. I think they need to get at least something on the board before they go into the half. And I think the Cowboys are in very good position to drive this and just not even. They can either stick their foot on the necks of the New York Giants, or they could take their foot off the gas and relax and put in their backups. Not yet, but definitely if this lead holds into the 4th quarter, that's likely what they'll do. There's no need to expose their starters to unnecessary contact if they don't need to. They're looking very good right now. My Dallas Cowboys look great at the moment. The defense looks better than the offense, but they both look good. The kick is up. The kick is shanked out left. The New York Giants missed a 36-yard field goal attempt, and the score will remain 26-0. Unbelievable. A missed field goal by the New York Giants, and to say that this is an inauspicious start to their season would be an understatement. Oh my, wow. 26-0. Wow. I mean, I don't know if I should even be laughing at this point. That's just like disrespectful. That's rude. I'm sorry. If you're a New York Giants fan out there, don't worry. I do think that your Giants will still be competitive, and I think that you still have a great chance to make the playoffs. Right now, there is a commercial for a scary movie, and I hate scary movies, but anything that has to do with like demons, this is Exorcist Believer. No, that's going to be a hard no from me, dog. That's not happening. I don't like scary movies. I'm glad I didn't even watch that commercial for the most part. Hate them. But I do know somebody who likes them, so if you know any scary movies, go ahead and type that in there. Let me know, and I'll pass that information along to someone who actually wants to watch it. All right, y'all. Here we go. Right now, the Dallas Cowboys are in really good shape. There still hasn't been much offense on either side. It's crazy. I love to give the stats for the offenses as the game goes along, but right now, I got nothing to give you guys. I've got 91 total passing yards for the Dallas Cowboys, 19 total passing yards for the New York Giants, 37 rushing yards for the Dallas Cowboys, at least 69 giggity for the New York Giants. And Total yards altogether, 128 for the boys, 88 for the Giants. Not a whole lot cooking right now. Daniel Jones is 5 of 12, having a very rough start. Dak Prescott, not much better. He's 7 of 12, but he does have 91 yards compared to Daniel Jones's 43 yards. Tony Pollard only has 13 yards from scrimmage, which isn't great. I mean, Saquon Barkley was a lot of people's first-round pick. Some people stretched for Saquon Barkley, and that is a 33-yard mistake. He's only got 33 yards and 7 receiving yards. Darren Waller leads the New York Giants in receptions right now. He's got 3 receptions for 36 yards, 6 fantasy points right now. That's tough. It's tough to be a New York Giants fan today, but it's not as tough as being a Cowboys fan all the time. So here we go. Dallas takes over. We are looking at a 1st and 10 on the 25-yard line. There's the snap. Dallas throws the ball, and that is going to be incomplete pass. A good catch by Michael Gallup, but that is outside of the sidelines. So now we've got a 2nd and 10. That was Michael Gallup's first target, his first catch, but incomplete. He did catch that, but on the white stripe. So snap to pass. I mean, the Dallas Cowboys are getting to Daniel Jones inside of 2 seconds. Daniel Jones has no time. Dak Prescott has all day to throw. I mean, his pocket offensive line is just keeping things open for him. And great awareness to stick with the pocket as the pocket shifts left and right. Dak Prescott looking good right now. Here we go. There's the snap. Dak Prescott has his time, throws as he takes the hit. Dak Prescott gets hit as he throws that one away. Lawrence in to make that stop. Finally a stop for the New York Giants. That was Lawrence on the stop there. Dexter Lawrence out of Clemson, number 97. He was a first-round pick in the 2019 draft, and he's a big dude. Dexter Lawrence, imagine getting brought down and sat on by a 342-pound nose tackle. You guys, no joke. Out of Clemson, one of the best collegiate football teams there are in the country. Okay, y'all, here we go. 56 seconds left in the first half. 3rd and 10. And that's going to be either a timeout. Yes, a timeout for the Dallas Cowboys as the play clock was winding down. So that is the final timeout for the Dallas Cowboys. Let's see what Mike McCarthy wants to do here, if he wants to take it easier, if he wants to throw deep. Dak Prescott going up to his new offensive coordinator and head coach to talk about it. Brian Schottenheimer, the new offensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys. Let's see here. So Brian Schottenheimer coached with the St. Louis Rams, the University of Georgia, the Indianapolis coach, eventually the Seattle Seahawks, where his offensive strategies contributed to the team's impressive rushing offense and quarterback Russell Wilson's success. So he helped Russell Wilson get to where he was. Jimmy Breeze, GG. Here we go, 3rd and 10. We are on the 26-yard line right now. Waiting for the snap. There it is out of the shotgun formation. And a quick little handoff right there to Tony Pollard, who's going to run forward and gain about 5 yards. They're going to just milk this clock unless the Giants want to call their last timeout. And it looks like they will. So the New York Giants are going to take their last timeout. Tonight, Dak Prescott has a QBR of 70.8, which is pretty bad, but not as bad as Daniel Jones, who has a QBR of 12.2. 12.2. To put that into perspective, Patrick Mahomes' average QBR is 105.7. So very, very bad game for the Giants right now. Jimmy Breeze, thank you for your comment. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. We've got a 4th down and 6 situation with 52 seconds left on the clock. We've got a 4th and 6. Let's see what happens. We got a punt. So the punt is up. The snap is good. The kick is good. That is out. Looks like that's going to be returned. And he's at the 25, getting up to the 30, shy of the 30. So the New York Giants, with 42 seconds left to go in the first half, they trail by 26, and they're going to start on their own 29-yard line with no timeouts left. You can see the frustration on all of their stars and all of their starters. Something tells me that if there's another touchdown in this game, we're going to see a lot of backup players coming out to the field, and this game is just going to start snowballing. And I think we've already got a little bit of that snowball effect. Let's see how the Giants if the Giants can recover. 26 points, 7-14, 21, 28, or you can do 8, 16, 24. That's still not going to get you enough. You get 3 touchdowns with 3 2-point conversions and a field goal. It's a 4-possession game. So at minimum, it is a 4-possession game right now, and they need to be absolutely stellar in order to get this to work for them. So let's see. I don't know. Well, let me know what y'all think. Just go ahead and type it in the comments. Do you think that the New York Giants can come back and win this one? Because I'm thinking that it's starting to get away from them. Anyways, let's see what happens with the rest of this team right now. We are very close. Very, very, very close to halftime. Don Martindale, the defensive coordinator. The defensive coordinator hasn't even really had to do a whole lot. The defense is looking pretty good. Defensive coordinator for the New York Giants is Don Martindale. They call him Don Wink Martindale, and this is his second year as the Giants defensive coordinator. He received the Pro Football Writers Association Paul Zimmerman Award for Lifetime Achievement in 2023. So Don Martindale played a pivotal role in the Giants' defensive improvement in 2022, allowing 45 fewer points and recording 7 more sacks than the previous season. But you can't really tell that Don Martindale has been doing a pretty good job this year or in this game because it didn't come from offenses. It's not like Dak Prescott has had a fantastic game. He's barely got over 100 yards right now. This has happened because he doesn't even have 100 yards right now. Dak Prescott has 91 yards right now passing. So he's doing his job. Don Martindale's defense has been able to hold the Dallas Cowboys offense to 132 total yards of offensive movement. But the Cowboys defense is just absolutely unbelievable right now, man. The Cowboys defense is got to be the number 1 defense today, at least in the league across the board. They have to have, at least 16 points? More than that, they got to have 20-something. Shotgun formation, 42 seconds left in the half. Daniel Jones in the pocket, throws, and almost connects. It goes in and out of the hands of Jalen Hyatt, the rookie. Jalen Hyatt, the rookie, unable to come down with that one, and that was a beautiful first target to Jalen Hyatt right now. Rough, tough start. I mean, that was a beautiful throw. That was a great throw. It doesn't get better than that. Daniel Jones, just a little bit behind him, but still, he should have caught that. So now we've got a 2nd down and 10. We're on the 29-yard line. There's a snap. Daniel Jones has the ball. Daniel Jones looks left. Daniel Jones looks right. Daniel Jones gets sacked again. The Dallas Cowboys with another sack on Daniel Jones. Unbelievable. Osa Odigizua on that one, bringing him down. Oh, that's a big boy there too. Oh, man, I would be in so much pain right now if Daniel Jones got smashed right there. 280 pounds of man just bringing him down. UCLA Osa Odigizua. No chance. Go Cowboys. I feel you, Jennifer. I feel you. Thank you. Let's go, boys. Yeah, there's really no chance right here. That is the end of the first half, ladies and gentlemen. The first half of Sunday Night Football, and it is a blowout right now. The Dallas Cowboys lead 26-0 in this game right now. The Dallas Cowboys up 26-0 over division rivals, the New York Giants. I was expecting at least some sort of offense out of both of these teams, but right now, it is not looking that way. If you're just joining us, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sunday Night Football and welcome to Football Nation. In tonight's game, the New York Giants are hosting the Dallas Cowboys at MetLife Stadium in this year's Sunday Night Football opener. The Giants have been the road team for every single Cowboys opener between the two sides since 2013. However, this year that has changed. Giants have no chance of winning, in my opinion. You are absolutely right, Jen. I'm with you on that. Cheers to that. Cheers to the Cowboys. If this is your first time joining my channel, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. I'll really appreciate you. And hopefully someone buys you a puppy if you do. Thanks. Okay. Now, I want to talk about Daniel Jones a little bit because I think that he's an underrated quarterback. And right now it's just not fair because he's getting absolutely smashed by the Dallas Cowboys' #1 absolute defense. And some people said that I stretched for him in my fantasy leagues, but I think that was absolutely worth the stretch considering they have more points right now than Christian McCaffrey, which that doesn't happen every day. It reminds me of like 3 years ago when the Patriots defense was scoring more points than a lot of people's starters. So right now the Dallas Cowboys defense is that team, and I am so proud to be a Dallas Cowboy this season, to be a Cowboys fan this season. Now, Daniel Jones in his first 3 seasons, he was bad, y'all. He was just flat out bad. But in his 4th year, he did all right with Brian Daboll. This is Brian Daboll, their head coach, his 2nd year. And in his 1st year with Daniel Jones finished as quarterback 9 in fantasy football. This offseason, the New York Giants tried to make the decision and invest long-term in Daniel Jones, and they gave him the contract, right? So now he's got the franchise tag, but that meant that they were going to have to find him more weapons in the passing game because he has nobody to throw the ball to. So Jones last year, because he had no one to throw the ball to, he rushed the ball for 708 yards and 7 touchdowns in 2022. He only averaged 200 passing yards per game and threw 15 touchdown passes, which compared to like Patrick Mahomes' 41, yeah. But then again, you can't really compare Daniel Jones to Patrick Mahomes, who is the face of football right now. But yeah, Daniel Jones didn't have anybody to throw the ball to. And right now, he actually does have at least one good person to throw the ball to in Darren Waller, but he hasn't even been looking his way. Darren Waller today has only been targeted, 3 times? Let's take a look at my stat board here. Actually, Darren Waller has been targeted 5 times, which is interesting. Looks like this is a game between the 2 tight ends. Darren Waller has been targeted 5 times. He does have 3 receptions tonight. Jake Ferguson has been targeted 6 times and only has 2 receptions. So, I mean, it's one of those situations. So, a lot of tight end play. They're not trying to throw the ball deep with all of the rain that's out there, but that has not been working out well. And the Cowboys defense has just been absolutely crushing it. I don't know how many times I can say that, but it is just so true. Now, the New York Giants had a really good 2022 season going to the playoffs. They actually made it to the playoffs for the first time since 2016. And they ranked their defense wasn't great. And obviously right now they've made some big strides. Their defense is actually looking pretty darn good, even though the score line doesn't say so. So that's a tough one to break down too. But the score line isn't indicative of bad defense. It's indicative of really good defense on the Cowboys side. And I said all of this earlier, y'all. I was saying that it's going to be a lot easier said than done for the home team to win. Dallas's defense is just so well-rounded at blocking passes, at stopping the run, at getting to the quarterback, and it's just been crazy with Dan Quinn leading the way, and his defense has just been stand out, especially with awesome players like Micah Parsons and, Stephon Gilmore, Trayvon Diggs, all of these players that are defensive players that a lot of people who just kind of know a little bit about football knows who these guys are, even on defense, because the Cowboys defense is the new Legion of Boom. Like, these guys I cannot wait to see what they do, and hopefully they can get another pick and another set of points. I mean, they have 12 points. The defense has 12 scoring points. The Dallas Cowboys defense have almost half of the points for the Dallas Cowboys right now. So that's absolutely wild. I cannot wait for next week. I'm looking forward to Monday night. Tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow night is going to be a very good game between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. Earlier today, the Cleveland Browns stomped the Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow, awful day. 84 total yards of offense from Joe Burrow. No touchdowns. They got smashed. The Las Vegas Raiders pulled a win out of their they pulled a win out of their asses. 17-6, 17-16 Las Vegas Raiders over the Broncos. The Cardinals were winning. They were up 16-10, and Sam Howell found a way to run and score at the very last minute. Then the Philadelphia Eagles and the New England Patriots game. Great throw to get that first down right there. And that was a good throw by the Patriots. It looked like they didn't give them that catch, that first down. It was just shy, and the Eagles will win 25-20 in that game. So Mac Jones didn't have a terrible game, but a couple of fumbles. Ezekiel Elliott fumbled the ball. Glad he's not on my team. Woo! Yeah, it's good to not have Ezekiel Elliott. A couple of really bad, same situation. It was the same situation that Dak Prescott faced. They're highlighting, I'm sorry, if you need context, on my screen right now, they're highlighting the Patriots and the Eagles game, and Mac Jones just had some bad breaks. He threw the ball, who hit his wide receivers in the hands, weren't able to catch it, went straight into the tip drill. And, of course, we know how good the Eagles' defense is, or at least how good they were last season. They did give up 20 points today to the New England Patriots, who don't have much going on besides Ramondre Stevenson. So hopefully the Eagles' defense can step it up and deliver that same level of intensity that they did last season. All right, guys and girls, we are only a few minutes away from the second half of this game. The Dallas Cowboys will receive after halftime. So let's see what the Cowboys can cook up, if they even need to cook anything else up at this point, because right now they've opened up a fresh can of whoop ass on the New York Giants, and that is what it is. Thank you all to those of you who have subscribed to my channel for the first time. You guys are awesome. It has been a great day for Football Nation. I really appreciate each and every one of you guys. If this is your first time checking us out, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I know I keep saying it. Some people just forget. They get so wrapped up in the game. It's great. But, hey, I do appreciate you guys being here. So we are close to the end of this halftime report. Tua Tagovailoa today had a fantastic game. I mean, Tua was on fire today. He had over 400 passing yards. Tua had over 400 passing yards. Tyreek Hill today, was gosh. I can't even explain how good Tyreek Hill was. He had almost, 169 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns, had almost 40 points. Almost 40. He had over 40 fantasy points if you're doing PPR leagues. And Brandon Ayuk was someone else who had a fantastic day today as well. And they're showing some highlights from the San Francisco game against the Steelers. San Francisco did a great job. Najee Harris had a quiet day. They're just showing some highlights from earlier. Now, I'm going to show you guys a quick little video, right? Because this is what I was saying about I have a video where I honestly think that the Dallas Cowboys can win the Super Bowl. But the Dolphins played so well today that I'm going to just show you guys this for just a second, so bear with me. The Miami Dolphins could win the Super Bowl this year, and here's why. Even though the Dolphins were knocked out of the playoffs in the first round last year, the Miami Dolphins have proved that they can compete with the highest caliber teams when Tua is healthy. With Tua at quarterback, the Dolphins have a 23-13 record. Tyreek Hill is undoubtedly the most explosive wide receiver in the NFL, and Jalen Waddle finished 2022 with the 3rd most receiving yards in Dolphins history, and that was with Teddy Bridgewater playing 141 snaps last season. Defensively, the Dolphins have more talent than you would think. 4-time Pro Bowler Xavier Howard was ranked the 56th best football player in the NFL's top 100 rankings. This offseason, the Dolphins also picked up 6-time Pro Bowler Jalen Ramsey to join him, meaning that the Dolphins now have the best cornerback duo in the league and the best wide receiver duo in the league. With the addition of Vic Fangio as their new defensive coordinator, the Dolphins are expected to have real success on both sides of the ball this season. All of that being said, I believe All right, y'all. Thank y'all for bearing with me on that one. Now, I did say that I think that the Miami Dolphins could win the Super Bowl. Not that they would win the Super Bowl, but I do have a video out there where I say that the Dallas Cowboys will win the Super Bowl, and I promise that next week I'll bring that to you guys as well. If you are just checking out my channel for the first time, I have a whole bunch of off-season content that I was really getting a stride for, and just kind of figuring out my video editing techniques and what I really thought that I could achieve during the off-season, because we all know that football is the shortest season of any sport between football, basketball, soccer, any of those, baseball, all of those, right? Football is only 5 months, if that. It's been 207 days. Now it's been 211 days since we've had a Sunday night football game. So during the offseason, it was really hard for me to try and stay relevant, and I was doing everything that I could. When I wrapped up the season last year, believe it or not, when I wrapped up the season last year, I only had 250 subscribers. So I have been pushing, trying to get you guys some pretty good content, things that I could make you laugh with, things that I could make you think with, and things that I could make you smile with. And I think that this offseason was good, and I think next offseason will be even better. But for now, we are live, and Sundays, Mondays, and Thursdays, I will be live every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday, except for the holiday season, but I will have my games posted prior to the week. So check out my channel to find my thumbnails, to know what games I'm covering. I cover every primetime game and one 3:25 p.m. game on Sundays. So it's a lot of talking, and during the weeks, I literally have like silences where I don't say anything during the weeks. I try to keep my mouth shut because it is so much talking. I feel like I'm filibustering out here, and it's rough. It can be really rough. So I only really drink now while I'm on camera, which is kind of dumb, but cheers. But yeah, I have to try to take care of my vocal cords before I blow my voice out, and then I have nothing to give you guys. And I'm not very good at American Sign Language, so this is what you guys get. So I will have more video content like this for you guys coming up here soon. I got a really good one about my boy Garrett Wilson coming up. I think that the New York Jets are going to be awesome this year. I don't want to speak too soon, but I think they're going to be a real contender. Anyways, here we go. Starting off the second half, the kick is away, and the Dallas Cowboys will be starting this drive from the 25-yard line. Let's see how the Dallas Cowboys decide to have this play go right now. So we're going to line up here in a shotgun formation. Dallas Cowboys lining up in a shotgun formation. Let's see what the Dallas Cowboys have dialed up on this first play. Are they going to play it safe? Are they going to hand this one off? We've got 15 minutes in this third quarter. We're just getting started right here, y'all. First and 10. 25-yard line. Shotgun formation. There's the snap. Dak Prescott fakes the handoff to Tony Pollard. Throws to Michael Gallup, and Michael Gallup is going to get 9 yards on that play. So now we've got a 2nd down and 1. At least that's what it looked like to me. Let's see where the referees decide to mark that catch. Got a 2nd down and 1 from my eyes, but it looks like they're going to put them at 2nd down and 3. No, they're actually going to give them that 1st down. All right, that was generous. Here we go. Shotgun formation on the 35-yard line. There's the snap. There's a handoff, and that's going to go forward. Oh, Tony Pollard getting 8 yards on that run. He's okay. Looks like he got banged up on that one, but he's all right. Tony Pollard on a very strong 1st down run. What is going on with my hair? Okay, now we're good to go. Here we go. What do we got going on? We got a 2nd down and 3, so he got 7 yards on that play. 2nd down and 3, single back formation. There's another handoff, and that's not going to be enough, and that's going to be Cavante Turnpin. Little guy trying to stand up to someone right there. 1K was saying, I guess I said 135 pounds, 153 pounds. Little Cavante Turnpin right there. 5'9" out of TCU. This is his 2nd year in the NFL. He used to be their punt returner, but now we've got a new punt returner. I guess it's still Cavante Turnpin, actually. 3rd down and 2 on the 40, looks like the 43-yard line. Third down and 2 on the 43-yard line. Empty backfield. There's a throw. Dak Prescott completes the pass to CeeDee Lamb. First down, CeeDee. First down, CeeDee Lamb. So now we've got a 1st and 10 coming up on the New York Giants 48-yard line. We are past midfield, and the Dallas Cowboys are not taking their foot off of the gas here. They are going to go ahead and grind. Wow, that was a sneaky little pass. Dak Prescott put that in danger, but it was good enough to get to CeeDee. And here we go, 1st and 10, single back formation. There's the snap. There's the handoff to Tony Pollard, who's good. He's going. He's past the 40. He's past the 30, 35, 25, and he gets brought down inside of the 25. So now the Dallas Cowboys are operating from inside the red zone. Dallas Cowboys are now inside of the red zone. Great run by Tony Pollard out to the right. He found his B gap out there, got the first down, past the 40, past the 30, inside the 25. And they're going to be starting now from the, looks like, the 23-yard line. So here we go, 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line. There's a snap. There's a handoff again. And that's going to go forward, and that's going to be good for about 4 more yards on that one. And that was Dowdle again. Looks like Dowdle is going to be the backup running back for the Dallas Cowboys, or they're going to find out who is going to eventually be the backup for the Dallas Cowboys. But as far as backup running backs go, Dowdle has 4 carries. Turnpin has 2. Nothing about Deuce Vaughn out here. I'm not surprised. Dude is tiny. Anyways, here we go. 2nd and 6. We are on the 19-yard line. Shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers to the bottom. 3 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen. 1 to the top. There's a snap. Dak looks left. Dak throws to the end zone. And that is going to be an incomplete pass. Peyton Hendershot, the target on that one. Peyton Hendershot unable to bring that one in. That hit him in the gloves. Number 89, that throw doesn't get better than that. He's 6'4", 254 pounds, and that went right through his hands. I mean, you're wearing those gloves, dude. You should be able to catch that. It has been raining. I guess the ball might be wet. 3rd and 6 on the 19-yard line. They only need 6 yards to get that first down. Shotgun formation. There's the snap. Dak Prescott looks right. He throws short, and that's going to be to Tony Pollard, who's past the 10, and he fumbles the ball, and it's still recovered by the Dallas Cowboys, though. Luckily, the fumble does not go the other way. The Dallas Cowboys, Tony Pollard, fumbled the ball, and it was recovered by one of the offensive linemen. It was actually the center, Tyler Biadasz, who was there in great field position, making blocks, and just happened to be at the right place at the right time. That was literally punched out of Tony Pollard's hands. Number 63, our big center, who's been with us since 2020, able to recover that ball, luckily for the Dallas Cowboys. So the score is 26-0. We're at 1st and goal on the 4-yard line. There's a handoff to Tony Pollard, and the run is going to be almost a touchdown, just short of a touchdown. And we've got a 2nd and goal just shy of the end zone. We are on the 1.5-yard line. The 1-yard line basically right now. Let's see where these guys go with it. I smell that they're going to hand this ball off to Tony Pollard, and he's going to punch it in and give himself a much better fantasy day here. So here we go. We are in an I formation. He gets the extra block, but he doesn't need it. He runs out to the edge, and he scores that touchdown without any issues. Tony Pollard, touchdown Cowboys, and we are now officially kicking some ass. Let's go, Cowboys. Cowboys on fire. I mean, this even hurts to watch. Wow, I think this is like a revenge for all of the haters. I mean, I don't care if they don't think that we're America's favorite team anymore. We're America's nightmare right now. This is a monster game right now, 33-0. 33-0 in this game right now. On my screen, I see 32-0. The kick is up. The kick is going to be good. And now it is 33 from what I see with my eyes right back there. 10 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. Tony Pollard now has 53 yards from scrimmage and 2 touchdowns. Dak Prescott has 117 yards from scrimmage, passing, and he's got an additional 6 yards on the ground. The poor New York Giants, y'all. I can't even. I feel so bad for y'all. It wasn't supposed to be like this, man. I'm sorry. It wasn't supposed to be like this. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Dallas Cowboys looking really good right now. Obviously, at this point, it would be surprising to me if we get past that 7-minute mark, that 5-minute mark in this third quarter, and we keep all of our starters in there. It would be in poor form for Mike McCarthy to do that. I don't think that they're going to catch up at this point, and I think that they should just let the Giants score at least one unless they're going to do a full-on shutout. I mean, how would your DraftKings go? If you picked up DraftKings right now, the only person who's probably going to help you out, Darren Waller, and then you could have gone full Tony Pollard, Dak Prescott, and Cowboys defense, kicker. I mean, wow, I'm just thinking about that right now. I didn't do a DraftKings lineup for tonight's game. And I knew that this game was going to go like this. I didn't know it was going to go like this, but I knew that it was going to go this way. I knew the Cowboys were going to be much more than a 3.5-point favorite, at least in my book, but I wasn't expecting a 33.5-point favorite. So that's pretty wild. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the middle of a commercial break. These commercial breaks are starting to feel longer and longer the more and more that the Cowboys pull ahead. Total offense by the Dallas Cowboys, 199 yards, 82 on the ground, 117 through the air. Total offense for the New York Giants, only 81 yards. They haven't even broken 100 yards of offense in this game. Daniel Jones really struggling at the moment. Let's see what happens, y'all. Let's see what happens as this game continues to unfold. All right, y'all, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, short stories for me, you can go ahead and leave those in the comments section in that chat. It definitely pumps me up. I love reading these chats. It fires me up. It gives me something else to, talk about and continue to connect with you guys. For those of you who don't know me, I actually work with computers all day, and it's not my favorite thing to do, but I apparently am pretty good at it. So I'm a computer dork, which is why I'm dressed like I work for NASA. And I also love football. So you want to talk about someone who can analyze a game, that's this guy. Right now it is raining heavily, or at least it was at the start of this game. No, it's still definitely raining heavily out there right now. You can see the rain coming down, 33-0. There's no way they're going to be throwing this ball back. What I want to say every year, I see these games, the Giants and the Cowboys. Do you know every year the Giants and Cowboys play? That is very true. That is true. Yes, Jack, the Cowboys and the Giants are in the same division, which means that they play twice every single year. They're both in the NFC East. They both play their division rivals twice every single year. Here we go in a shotgun formation. Single back formation. Daniel Jones has to wheel out to his right. He's going to hang on to this one and run forward and almost get that first down. Daniel Jones is good for 9 yards on that one. But if that is a question, Jack, then yes, the Dallas Cowboys do play they play the Philadelphia Eagles twice every year. They play the New York Giants twice every year, and they play the Washington Commanders twice every single year. Same thing is true for every other division, right? So if you look at like the NFC North, same thing is true there. The Green Bay Packers are going to play the Bears, the Vikings, and the Lions twice every single year. Here we go in a pistol formation. There's the snap, 2nd and 10. He still drops the snap, unable to control the snap, Daniel Jones, and he just gets squashed like a bug once again. Oh, I see what you're trying to say, Jack. And yes, the Cowboys do almost always win. They have won 12 out of their last 13 matchups against the Giants. So out of the last 13 times that these two teams have played, the Cowboys have won. Is that Stephon Diggs out there? Stephon Diggs is out there watching this game. He's going to be out on the field tomorrow, actually. There's the snap in a shotgun formation. Daniel Jones is going to get sacked again. Daniel Jones is just in so much trouble right now. I think it's time. Yeah, I think it's time. I literally just saw Dable go out. It's over. unless he's saying go for it. But the Giants are, if they don't convert this one, this is crazy. So, yes, that was Stefon Diggs, who's actually out there in the audience watching this game. He's watching his brother Trayvon Diggs play this game. In case you didn't know, Trayvon Diggs is the brother of Stefon Diggs, the cornerback for the Dallas Cowboys, free safety for the Cowboys. And obviously, Stefon Diggs is an absolute beast. So there's a snap and a throw out of a 5-wide spot, and that is good for a first down. Finally, a first down for the New York Giants. That was a connection to Saquon Barkley, good for about 6 yards there. So that's going to bring them up to the 37-yard line. First and 10 on the on the Giants' own 37-yard line. I mean, that's cool that Stefon Diggs is there. Obviously, he's going to play at that exact same stadium tomorrow night with the Buffalo Bills, and he should have a pretty good game as well. But Robert Saleh's defense, there's the snap in a shotgun formation, first and 10. Daniel Jones is going to get sacked again at the 30-yard line. This is just unbelievable. Unbelievable right now. I mean, wow. The Dallas Cowboys just over and over and over again, just hitting these guys with a 2x4 over the head. I mean, at this point, what do you do if you're the New York Giants? This is like, if you're playing Madden, you rage quit at this point. If he throws a pick, you would rage quit in Madden right now. But let's see. There's no more. I keep saying, let's see what happens. There's no more. Let's see what happens. We know what's going to happen. This story has already ended. But I'm interested to see if they can at least get a consolation prize. There's the snap and a throw out to the left-hand side on the flat. That's going to be dragged out of bounds. That's going to be good for about 1 yard. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 12 or 3rd down and 13. 3rd down and 12 on the New York Giants 35-yard line. They need 12 yards to get a first down. There are 6.5 minutes left in this third quarter. And the Giants fans are just drinking their $25 beers. I would be too. So, I tackled a gnome, and then I got him a helmet. Just something fun. Pointless joke. Bad joke. 3rd and 12. Here we go. Shotgun formation. There's the snap. Daniel Jones looks left. He looks up the center. Daniel Jones is going to get, sacked again. You have got to be kidding me. I need to know, does anybody out there have the Dallas Cowboys as like your fantasy team? Can you tell me how many fantasy points the Dallas Cowboys defense has right now? This has to be like in the 30s or something absolutely just absurd. I cannot believe how dominant the defense has been today. And I hope that they can continue to keep up this pace. And I'm not even going to jinx it. There's something that I wanted to say, but the game is not over. There seems to be trash in the backfield. That looks like a towel, I guess. The kick is up. Yeah, double. I hate to say it. I feel bad for the Giants. That kick is going to be, the punt is returned, ladies and gentlemen. That punt is going to be returned, and that's going to be up to the 37-yard line. So we're going to have a 1st and 10 on the Dallas 37. A quick commercial break before the Cowboys come back out onto the field. Let's see if they keep the starters out on the field or if they're going to switch to the backup players. I would not be surprised to see Cooper Rush come out here, or maybe not even Cooper Rush. How cool would that be to see Trey Lance come out and actually play a couple of snaps? Poor guy hasn't had a chance to shine in the NFL. I don't know that he ever will at this point. He was a first-round pick for the San Francisco 49ers, and that was probably the absolute worst investment on any player because over the 3 years that he was there, he played a grand total of, 20 snaps maybe? So maybe he'll have a chance as long as the Cowboys keep scoring like this. But the next quarterback up should be Cooper Rush if they decide to bring out the backups. And if they do decide to do that, then we're going to see a big change in personnel. We might have Jalen Tolbert, Cavante Turnpin, maybe Brandon Cook still out on the field. But there should be a big personnel change. I don't see why you would need to continue to expose your offense to unnecessary punishment when you're sitting this pretty right now. So 5 minutes and 18 seconds left to go in the third quarter. It is a 1st and 10 on the Dallas 37-yard line. Again, the over-under for this game was It was supposed to be 44.5 points, and I think the Dallas Cowboys are well on their way to getting that by themselves. New York Giants were supposed to be 3.5 point, underdogs, but 3.5 points is not. I don't even know what to say anymore at this point. That's just a rough one, guys. That's a rough one. Total offense for the New York Giants, not even 100 yards after all of those. After all of that, not even 100 yards. Let's see how many first downs they've actually converted. I'm actually curious to see what's going on, so I'm going to step up a little bit here. Let's take a quick look. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, Cowboys. Giants, week 1. Let's see what's going on with this, y'all. My live updates right here. More about this game. Let's take a quick look here. Team stats. First downs. Actually, surprisingly, not that big of a difference. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are in a single back formation, 1st and 10. The starters are still out there. Don't know if it's necessary. That's going to be a first down run that gets them. Dowdle was out there for that one. What? They're saying that Dak Prescott got a huge tattoo right now on his leg. Wow, that's pretty cool. It's like a Looney Tunes kind of Space Jam-y. Very, very cool. Wow, Dak Prescott's tattoo looks very cool. He's got a whole leg sleeve now. That's super cool. I'll make a video about that one. There's the handoff on 2nd and 7. Fakes the handoff. Dak Prescott throws. There's a flag on the play. That was to CeeDee Lamb. And all kinds of flags, all kinds of laundry coming out. Let's see what they have to say about this. So for those of you who are interested, first downs, 13 first downs for the Cowboys. Before the pass, holding defense, number 37. 5-yard penalty. Automatic first down. 5-yard penalty will be enforced from the spot of the foul. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down. So, another first down for the Dallas Cowboys. 14 first downs for the Dallas Cowboys. 9 first downs for the New York Giants. Third down conversions for both of these teams. On third down, the Giants have only converted 3 of their 11 third down situations. The Cowboys have converted 4 of their 8 third down situations. I mean, the Giants have also had more plays from scrimmage than the Dallas Cowboys have. The Dallas Cowboys have 37 total plays, about to be 38 after this one, and the Giants 43. But that makes sense because they haven't had to. There's a handoff once again to Dowdle. Dowdle's going to run forward and get about 4 yards. We're just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. We're looking at a second down here coming up. So you got a second down and about 6 at the 49-yard line coming up here shortly. 2 interceptions by Daniel Jones. Total time of possession, 23 minutes for the New York Giants, 23 and 24 seconds, and 17 minutes. We've got a player down right now, and that's what I didn't want to jinx. I was going to say there hasn't been a single injury in this game, and right now we've got someone who's looks rocked. It looks like they're looking at his eyes to make sure that he's not concussed. With the new concussion protocols in the NFL, they are taking this very seriously. And I think after this situation, after this drive, dude, after this drive, you got to take the starters out. There's no points for this. Let Mozzie Smith, the rookie, get in there and get some catches and get some time, get some, that's just got to happen. Commercial time, we have an injury timeout. So, all right, guys, I'm going to break down some stats for y'all. Here we go. Total plays, 38 plays for the Dallas Cowboys, 43 plays for the New York Giants. The New York Giants have allowed 6 sacks on their quarterback, and they've had to punt the ball 3 times. They've had 4 penalties costing them 52 yards. They've thrown 2 interceptions, and they've had the ball for a long time, but still have not been able to do anything with it. The Dallas Cowboys, on the other side, have been able to convert 14 first downs. They've done a total of 38 plays. They've only committed 2 penalties, only had to punt once, and have only carried the ball for 17 minutes, while the other side has had it for 23 minutes. And They're starting to run out of time. There is less than 20 minutes left of actual play clock in this game. Right now in San Antonio, Texas, I've got 9:28 p.m. So the night is starting to roll here. Whoops, I hope I didn't just make a big old move for you guys. Can I move this around without? Beautiful. I absolutely can. Cool. So here we go. Oh, and I keep pushing buttons. I apologize for that. Let me fix these numbers for you because I know my scrolling text has to be better than that. Fantastic. Thank y'all so much for liking. Thank y'all so much for subscribing. It has been a very good day for the channel today. Making some really good progress with these live streams. I really appreciate y'all being here. My name is Mario Manuel. You are watching Football Nation. I know some people just don't like the commentary that they get on regular TV. I try to be a little more real, but I still try to bring you that sense of professionalism and give you guys every play, every snap, and every down. If this is your first time joining, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You can high five me right now if you can see that. Yeah, give me a high five. Boom. Beautiful. Love it. Thank you. And cheers to you. At least those of you who are 21, or if you're in another country, 18, or whatever the drinking age is there. Salute. Cheers. And if you're curious as to what I'm drinking, this is in Texas only. This is Shiner Oktoberfest. We are in that time of year right now where we can start enjoying our Marzen beers. And if you don't know what that is, well, you'll find out soon enough because I'm going to be dropping some interesting content here. But cheers. 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 fakes the handoff. Dak Prescott throws to CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb corrals that with one hand, his left hand, and brings that in. He looks at it like he's got glue on his hands. That's still a catch for CeeDee Lamb. Doesn't go for anything. I cannot believe we still have the starters out right now. If somebody gets hurt, I will go find you personally, dude, and give you an earful or something. Yeah, take that. 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5, ladies and gentlemen. We're looking at a 3rd and 5 right now. From the 49-yard line, the Dallas Cowboys have possession. 3rd and 5 from the 49-yard line. Waiting for the snap. Dak Prescott. Whoa, big false start. Really big false start. I mean, an obvious one by the Dallas Cowboys. By the, right tackle there. Right tackle there with that false start. So that's going to push them back 5 yards. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know who I am, again, I am a computer nerd, but I am a new computer nerd because I was a bartender for 10 years before I did any of this stuff. I did theater in high school, and that's where I get my sense of showmanship from, if you want to call it that. That's what I'll call it. Here we go. In a shotgun formation, Dak Prescott takes the snap. Dak Prescott has time. He throws a sharp bullet straight into the dirt, though. Unable to connect. That was to Michael Gallup. I think he would rather throw that ball into the dirt than throw that into the hands of the defense. I think Dak Prescott's goal this year is to get 0 interceptions, which would probably be a good place for him to finish, right? Brian Anger is out there to punt this ball away. Brian Anger is out there to punt this ball away. Daniel Jones and the New York Giants hoping that they can at least get a consolation prize out of this game. The punt is up, and away. We are back all the way into the end zone, so that drive will start from the 20-yard line. The New York Giants will take over at the 20-yard line. 2 minutes and 48 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter of play. So yeah, guys, before I started doing computers and before I started doing football, I used to do booze. Not like I was an alcoholic, but I was a bartender. So I tended bar for about 10 years, and hopefully later on this season, I can catch up with my content, and during my halftime shows, I can give you guys some cocktail recipes that you can make at home, that you can make from anywhere, because obviously there's only certain things that you can get in certain regions of the country. You obviously don't want to be making drinks with Flint, Michigan ice cubes. No offense, Flint, Michigan. But, yeah, that's something that we're going to look at. So 679 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for watching this stream. Thank you guys so much for being here. We are killing it right now if you're a Dallas Cowboys fan. We are having a lot of fun right now if you're a Dallas Cowboys fan, and we're going to have some really cool stuff coming up over the course of this season, ladies and gentlemen. I really appreciate you guys being here. Okay, there are 2 minutes and 48 seconds left in this game. When we get back from the current commercial break that we are on, the New York Giants will be taking over 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line. Daniel Jones is still out there. Right now, they got to get at least one positive note out of this. I think they were having it before the halftime, but if there's anything positive to take away from this, the Dallas Cowboys were averaging 350 yards per game last season. Right now, against the New York Giants, the Dallas Cowboys have 207, and we're creeping up on the fourth quarter, so there's a good chance that that's going to look good for the defensive coordinator in New York, even though they did get smashed. That's going to be Don Wink Martindale. Now, Don Wink Martindale in 2019, he actually was heading the Ravens defense that year, and in his first season as a defensive coordinator in 2018, they yielded the fewest yards per game and established the modern era record of not allowing a second half touchdown in their first 6 games. That was Don Martindale, the defensive coordinator for the New York Giants. Martindale's career started in college coaching before he entered the NFL in 2004 with the Oakland Raiders. He played college football at Defiance College. That's right. Don Martindale and his wife Laura have 2 children and 1 granddaughter. Bless you. Here we go. There's the snap and the handoff, and that's going to be a good run finally a really good run from Saquon Barkley. That's good for about 17, 18 yards. An 18-yard breakaway for Saquon Barkley, and there is still life in this New York Giants offense. At least there's still a spark coming from that side. Let's see what happens here. They're showing Joe Schoen, who's the Giants senior VP and GM, and he's frustrated. Shotgun formation, 1st and 10. They're not blitzing as hard as they were before. That's going to be a throw in the dirt. That looked like an incomplete pass. Are they going to give it to him? I don't think so. That was to Bellinger on that one, the tight end. Saquon needs to get a little bit more. Saquon's going to need to get, there's only so much you can do with one player. That was the problem that the Cowboys had last year. They had a single point of threat, and CeeDee Lamb still had a great season, but 2nd and 9, shotgun formation, there's the snap, throw it to the right, incomplete pass. He's going to get blown up on that hit. And that was Paris Campbell as the target, unable to corral that pass. So now we've got a 3rd down and 9. 3rd down and 9 on the New York Giants 29-yard line, ladies and gentlemen. 3rd down and 9 on the 29-yard line. 1 minute and 45 seconds left to go in the third quarter. 20 seconds left on the play clock. The Dallas Cowboys lead by 33. Shotgun formation. I see 3-4 wide receivers out there. Daniel Jones looks left. Daniel Jones looks up the center. He throws a pass and completes it. That's going to be a 4th down, though. Not enough to get the first. That was Darius Slayton with the catch. And they're short just by 1 yard. They're going to have to go for it on 4th down. There's no way you can't when you're down by 33, but I would be absolutely shocked if they came back from this one. 8-16, 24-32. There's still now a 5-possession game. So right now, Saquon Barkley. Yep. Right now, Saquon Barkley has half of the Giants' total yards right now. Just shy of half of the Giants' total yards right now. And that's 51 yards. So the New York Giants just finally broke the 100-yard mark. We are 53 seconds left in this third quarter. That was a quarterback sneak for the 1st down, so we have a 1st down Giants. Shotgun formation from the 48-yard line. There's a snap, fakes the handoff to Saquon. Daniel Jones is going to keep it himself. He's going to get blown up at the 50, and that's going to bring up a 2nd down. He took an unnecessary hit. His shoulder pads got messed up. I wonder if he's okay. The quarterback market has exploded. Hey, look who it is. My favorite, Woo Football. My favorite. Fantastic. Thank you for joining us, Christina. Here we go. 2nd and 3, y'all. 2nd and 3 from the 50-yard line. Right at midfield, Daniel Jones takes the snap in a pro set formation. Throws a good throw and up and not caught. Not caught. It was a good throw right there, unable to connect. on that one. And I believe that pass was intended for Jalen Hyatt. Unable to connect there. Unable to connect. I mean, Sterling Shepard hasn't. I don't even know if he's in this game. I know he hasn't been targeted. So he was questionable coming into it. He might have been marked out. So here we go in a shotgun formation once again on 3rd and 8. Daniel Jones corrals the low snap. Throws a terrible pass once again to Paris Campbell. Unable to connect. And a 4th and 8 situation. Garbage time now. Can they do something? Not one play for the Giants has gotten more than like 15 air yards. A terrible throw by Daniel Jones. That was in the dirt. There's no way Paris Campbell would have caught that, even if he wasn't covered. But they got to go for it here on 4th down. So 4th and 8 on the 50-yard line. And let's see what happens. They're showing blitz. The Cowboys only bring, I mean, they do blitz 5, but takes his time. There's a flag on the play. That gets batted down. Probably a holding on the offense, and I think that's going to be declined, and the Cowboys are going to take over here on downs. Let's see what he has to say, y'all. Come on, ref. Yes, sir. Holding on the offense. So that penalty will be declined, and the 4th quarter will start. The Dallas Cowboys lead 33-0. Dallas Cowboys lead 33-0. And talk about a bad day for the New York Football Giants. Great day if you're a Dallas Cowboys fan. Even so, even if you are a Dallas Cowboys fan, you always enjoy watching at least some little bit of competition. But when it's a division rival, I mean, if we did this right now, if we were doing this right now to the Philadelphia Eagles, I would be over the moon. I'm sick of the Eagles continuing to be better than us lately. Over it. I'm ready for the Cowboys to do what they do best. And it looks like that is defense right now. The Cowboys defense has held the New York Giants and Saquon Barkley to 120 total yards of offense. I was expecting just a little bit more, just a little extra juice, but hey. All right, so let's talk about this. Dak Prescott tonight, y'all. He is 11 of 20, so barely over 50% completion, 117 yards. Dak Prescott only has 4 fantasy points, and they're up 33-0. What? Daniel Jones only has 2 fantasy points. What? Again, that is absolutely absurd. Tony Pollard has 53 yards on 11 carries, so he's still averaging about 5 yards per carry, even without Ezekiel Elliott there. 2 touchdowns. His longest run went for 25 yards. He's got 20 fantasy points right now. CeeDee Lamb has 8 fantasy points in PPR. He has 3 receptions, 58 yards, no touchdowns, but probably won't get any because he doesn't need them right now. Interesting enough, Dowdle, backup running back right now, has 24 yards on 6 carries, so he's doing 6, 12, 18, 24, 4. Yeah, he's doing 4 yards per carry, which is still pretty good. That's good enough to move the chains if you give him the ball 3 times, and he can continue to average that. Behind CeeDee Lamb is Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks has 22 receiving yards, been targeted 4 times today. He's caught 2 of those. Tony Pollard has been targeted twice as well. Targeted 3 times. He's caught 2 of those. So in Tony Pollard's column, he's also got an additional 12 yards. Jake Ferguson was targeted 6 times today and has only been able to catch a portion. Only 2 of those were completed. So now we're in the 4th quarter. Dallas Cowboys have the ball on the 31-yard line. Dallas Cowboys have the ball on the 31-yard line, on the Giants' 31-yard line. So they're right outside of the red zone, taking over. And the score is 33-0, 15 minutes, and the starters are still out there. Okay. So it's not on the 33-yard line. We took off on the 50-yard line. I'm reading the notes instead of watching the game. That is a catch all the way to the right-hand side to CeeDee Lamb for a first down. And now we are on the 33-yard line. Dallas Cowboys first down once again. They are not taking their foot off the gas, the foot on the necks of the New York Giants. Oh, wow, what a cut. That was awesome. CeeDee Lamb able to make a big move. on that one. Good throw, good catch, CeeDee Lamb. I mean, you just got to keep targeting him. 4 receptions, 77 yards. Single back formation. There's the handoff to Tony Pollard, who's going to break through and get another 11, 12 yards. First down. Dallas Cowboys, Tony Pollard punching his way through a defense that feels broken and feels defeated right now. Clearly, not a whole lot left in the tank for the New York Giants. But they're still here. We're still trying. There looks like there's a lot of blood on a lot of these players right now, so it's still a hard-fought game. But that is football for you. So lined up under center is Dak Prescott. Single back formation, Tony Pollard still in the backfield behind him. Motioning in the backfield, handoff to Tony Pollard, who's going to run and fight his way forward and gain, looks like about 4 yards on that one, a gain of 4 on that one. So now we're going to have a second down coming up, a second down and 6. Let's see what happens here. They're highlighting Tony Pollard at age 4. Apparently he was a Ravens fan. He's been playing football since he was 4 years old. I mean, this guy has been molded by football. He lives, he breathes football. How does Bane say that? Anyways, 2nd and 7. Here we go. Tony Pollard again lined up behind Dak Prescott. We are on the 16-yard line. Oh, and that is a throw to Cavante Turnpin that hit him in the gloves once again, and the ball hits the dirt. Cavante Turnpin unable to catch passes right now. He's got to get pulled from the game. Actually, leave him out there. Yeah, they're bringing in Tolbert. They're bringing in a bunch of backups right now. I think that's the right call. I think that is absolutely the right call for the Dallas Cowboys. It's unnecessary with this lead. Dak Prescott is still out there. CeeDee Lamb is still out there. I guess I spoke too soon. They've got a 5 wide receiver set. Looks like they're going to shoot at least for a touchdown. It's a definite passing play unless it's a designed run for Dak Prescott. 3rd and 7 on the 16-yard line. Empty backfield. Quick throw underneath. Actually, to Cavante Turnpin again. Has a little bit of redemption, and he did the CeeDee Lamb first down marker. So we got a first down. First down for the Dallas Cowboys once again, and now we are inside the 10-yard line. We are at the 9. So first down and goal at the 9-yard line. And let's see what happens here. I mean, I want to see one more touchdown, and then that's it. Can you get to 40 points? This is ridiculous. I can't believe that they're willing to risk their players getting hurt this early in the season. This game doesn't even matter, but hey. Okay, motioning over in the backfield is Michael Gallup. A handoff to Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard is going to push the pile. Gain about 2 yards. Gain about 2, not 3 yards, 2 yards. So that's going to bring up a second down. Actually, that should bring up the 3rd. I don't have my down counter. I'm not being a referee right now. I'm just calling the game. So on my screen, it still says 2nd down and goal. 11 minutes and 58 seconds left to go. 11 minutes and 54 seconds left to go. The clock is continuing to tick. We are on the 7-yard line right now on 2nd and goal. Dak Prescott in shotgun formation. Lined up next to him is Dowdle. Tony Pollard will not be in on this play. That's a handoff to, actually fakes the handoff. Another throw to Jake Ferguson, who now has been targeted 7 times and has only caught 2 of his passes. Jake Ferguson only catching 2 of his passes. That is ridiculous. Terrible, terrible. So, if you played the Dallas Cowboys defense as your team captain in captain mode on DraftKings, you are probably doing pretty damn well. Good for you if you did. We've got a 3rd down coming up right now. I see a 3rd down and goal on the 7-yard line. Single back formation. There's a toss to Cavante Turnpin, who's going to turn the corner and find his way into the end zone. And another touchdown by the little dude weighing 153 pounds, 5'9" Cavante Turnpin, able to turn the corner and score 6 points for the Dallas Cowboys. 5'9" Cavante Turnpin, the sophomore in the NFL out of TCU, able to get not just the yardage, but to get the first down. They lost track of him because of how small he is, and this game is on ice, baby. Ice, ice, baby. So 39-0, 11 and a half minutes left to go in this game. The snap is up and the snap is out. The kick is up. The kick is good. The score is 40-0. 40-0. And if you see the faces of the New York Giants crowd, they're not happy right now, and I don't blame them. But it is what it is, y'all. It is what it is. 40-0. This game, as beautiful as it is for the Dallas Cowboys, it's hard to not. I mean, oh my goodness. For those of you who are still here, I love you guys, man. Thank y'all for being here. This is an absolute blowout, an absolute monstrosity of a game, a powerhouse performance for the Dallas Cowboys. And at this point, I would just really appreciate it if they could just kneel the ball. It would be fine. I would be fine with that. Just get a couple first downs. Keep moving the chains. Just, that's crazy. But I'm sure there are some Cowboys fans out there who have enough hate for the New York Giants that they just want to see this continue to go on. This is like if Mike Tyson fought an infant. Like this is just so rough to watch. Oh my goodness. Thank y'all so much for being here. 680 subscribers is much more than what we started with at the start of this stream and much more than what we started with at the start of the day. I really appreciate you guys oh so very much. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you for liking and subscribing. You guys are definitely making my night and making this worth every moment and every second. I really appreciate y'all. So if anybody wants to buy me a beer, you can do so underneath right there. No pressure. You definitely don't have to. All I ask is that you like and subscribe. That is absolutely free, and it would be a much higher high than a cup of coffee or a beer as well. Beer being said, salute, cheers, and thank you. All right, y'all. 11 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. If those announcers are going to be here in that game doing that all game long, I'm going to be here doing the exact same for you guys. We're hanging out to the end of the game. Cheers, bottoms up. I wish I had a shot, but I got to work in the morning and go back to my nerd job tomorrow at 7 a.m. So don't want to go out of control here. They're actually highlighting a lot of these games with the Cowboys and the Giants and going back and forth between some of the bigger games. They're talking week 14 in 2011, the Giants beat the Cowboys 37-24, and highlighting some really cool classics between the Cowboys and the Giants. This is a huge, wow. Is that? No. It looked like one of our ex-Spurs players out there rocking a Cowboys jersey. But if I was a Cowboys fan in New York at MetLife Stadium, I would be quietly celebrating and not dancing like that dude just was, because something tells me he may not make it home tonight. Might find his spot in the ER, might get a nice comfy bed out there, but yeah, you don't want to be one of those guys who showboats when you're in an opposite stadium that is not yours. So if you're in Dallas right now and you're watching this and you're enjoying the game, awesome, dude, rock on. But if you're up in New York and you're at the stadium, you're not watching this stream, but you shouldn't be doing anything that's stupid. Anyways, 1st and 10 on the 25-yard line, shotgun formation. Daniel Jones gets the snap and actually connects with someone who's gone. He's past the 40, down to the 50. Is that a fumble or is that a down? Did he fumble the ball just now? Oh my gosh, it looks like he did. They recovered that one. That cannot be another fumble. You have got to be kidding me, dude. Oh my God. I mean, like, let's go, but what? That was the longest play of the night for the Giants, and that was Isaiah Hodgins, and that was 100% a strip. Trayvon Diggs ripping that ball out of his hands. That was the longest play of the night for the New York Giants, gone for about 25 yards, and he got stripped at the end of it. So the Dallas Cowboys now have the ball again. Oh, my God. Just unbelievable. Guys, this is a slaughter. New York Giants fans, I apologize for my bias, but at the same time, how often does this happen? How often do I get to really gloat like this? I'm excited. I'm stoked for the Dallas Cowboys. Are they gonna get a 50-0 kind of game? Would be really cool if they did. It would be wild if they did. But ladies and gentlemen, this is Football Nation. Hopefully this is the best live stream on YouTube if it's not the actual game itself. And I know that I have to compete with other channels like Chat Sports and things like that, but I hope that I can give you guys a different perspective because I do referee these games and get to watch them and analyze them in my own time. So it has been a fantastic day. You guys are awesome. I am so stoked. What a great first week for the boys. Absolutely right, Jimmy. 100%. What a good first week for the Dallas Cowboys. I just hope that they can stay healthy right now. I think that they are taking an unnecessary risk keeping the starters out there. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I feel like there's no need to keep the starters out there at this point. With 11 minutes left to go in this game, this should just be, playing it smart. We saw what happened to Tony Pollard at the end of last year. It's possible that could happen again. And it wasn't like it was on purpose. It was just a hip drop tackle, and he got his ankle rolled over, and his leg broke. I mean, what? Like, why would you put him out there and leave him out there when we're up by 40 at this point? This is just now for bragging rights. This is just now to say, yo, the NFC East runs through us. Which, another weird thing, like, why is the Dallas Cowboys in the NFC East when we're, like, in Texas, in, like, the Midwest? Like, that makes absolutely no sense. But look at that. Trayvon Diggs forced a fumble on this one, and he also was the reason for that interception before. And his brother, Stephon Diggs, is watching all of this out in the crowd, and he has to be proud. And now Cooper Rush is in. So it looks like they heard my cries. And that's Deuce Vaughn. Little Deuce Vaughn is actually out there. Cooper Rush hands the ball off to Deuce Vaughn. Look at the little 5'8" guy. Look at him go. What a guy. All right, so now we've got Cooper Rush out here looking like Andy Dalton, but he's not. So Cooper Rush, they have finally brought in the second team. The clock is still going right now. 10 minutes and 51 seconds left to go, y'all. This game is wrapping up here. We are in the final moments of this game. Under center is Cooper Rush. 2nd and 5, single back formation. Hands that off to Deuce Vaughn, who runs forward and gains 2 yards. The rain is coming down. 10 minutes and 30 left to go. They got to take their time. Look at that. The little boy got the football. He's wearing the Dallas Cowboys gear. I mean, is that rude? Is that poor form for like a wide receiver from the other team to give away a game ball? I don't know. I mean, I don't play at that level, so I guess you can do whatever you want when you're making $40 million a year. Or however much he's making. Okay, shotgun formation for the Dallas Cowboys. Cooper Rush and Deuce Vaughn are back there. There's the snap, a high snap, a quick toss to Deuce. He's going to run out to the flat all the way out to the side. Little dude's going to get wrapped up. And he gets tackled inbounds, so the clock will continue to roll. And we've got a 4th down situation. Likely going to be a punt and a turnover. Daniel Jones on the sideline with his helmet off. The rain is really coming down, so time to rain on the New York Giants parade. Literally, no parade today, just a bunch of rain. And this must be really refreshing for the Dallas Cowboys. I don't know what the weather is in New York besides rain. It could be really cold. Probably is because we are now in September. In Texas, we still had 100 degrees here in San Antonio. There's the punt. The punt is up. The punt is out. That's going to be out. Looks like it's going to take a bounce. And it's going to bounce. They're going to stop that at the 19-yard line. So the New York Giants will start their drive with 9 minutes and 4 seconds left. 9 minutes and 4 seconds left. 40-0. Dallas Cowboys just smashing it. Got them bent over a barrel right now. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. I want to turn up, but I got responsibilities for tomorrow. Cheers to you, anybody who's enjoying themselves a beer. Again, this is what we're drinking right now in Texas. Shiner Oktoberfest, brewed in Shiner, Texas. Really good stuff. I don't know if you can get it wherever you're at. I'm interested to know where some of you guys are watching this game from. I don't know if y'all are in Texas, in San Antonio, in New York, in anywhere. I actually had a guy from India who was living in India abroad catching the game through my stream last year. So it's pretty cool to see people from all over the country, all over the world, really checking into these channels, because sometimes you just can't get the stream that you're looking for in your zone or in your area. So if you guys are from someplace different or someplace weird or someplace cool, leave that in the comments, man. It'll put a smile on my face. Dallas Cowboys just absolutely killing it. So great right now. It is a great first week for the Dallas Cowboys, y'all. 9 minutes left to go in this game. CeeDee Lamb has a total of 77 yards, 11 fantasy football points. Tony Pollard has 70 yards from scrimmage, 22 fantasy football points. He's also got a couple of receptions going that way. The New York Giants have less than 150 total yards of offense from their side. They have 0 points. The Dallas Cowboys got 2 scores in the first quarter of this game. The Dallas Cowboys scored twice. Their defense scored twice in the first quarter of this game. Like, what the what? Wild. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. So, hopefully next week the Dallas Cowboys have a much, keep this momentum going. Let's take a look at the Dallas Cowboys schedule moving forward here. I won't, unfortunately, be able to cover every Dallas Cowboys game, but next week we will be playing the Jets, which is kind of scary because I know how good Aaron Rodgers is. We'll be playing the Jets next week. We will be at home, so that's good. Aaron Rodgers has the Dallas Cowboys number. So for those of you who are Cowboys fans, let's tune in next week. I will be covering that 325 game. There's the snap. Daniel Jones already in trouble, and this is the second-string defense, and he's going to get brought down again. Inbounds, the clock is going to continue to tick. It looked like he actually gained 1 yard, so that'll bring up a 2nd and 9 coming up right now. So next week we've got the Cowboys and the Jets, and then we've got the Cowboys and the Cardinals. That should be an easy W. The next game after that will be the Cowboys and the Patriots at home, Cowboys at home. And then we'll have a game against the Cowboys and the 49ers. There's the snap. Daniel Jones takes the snap with the empty backfield, throws that underneath, and that's going to be good for about 9 yards there. Was that Braxton Berrios on that catch? Cager on that catch, and it looks like we've got an injured Giant on the field, so probably a timeout. We're going to have a timeout. That was Pert who got injured on that play. Guadalupe Chavarria, salud. Gracias y bienvenidos. All right, cheers. And thanks for showing up. Appreciate you. So, another commercial break. We are in a timeout right now. Officials timeout because of the injury right there. So, let's look at the Dallas Cowboys schedule coming up. Dallas Cowboys next week will play against the New York Jets. The Arizona Cardinals will be hosting the Dallas Cowboys in week 3. In week 4, the Patriots will visit the Dallas Cowboys. And in week 5, the Dallas Cowboys have to face the 49ers, which is an NFC showdown. Then after that, the Cowboys go to face the Chargers in L.A. The L.A. Rams will come back in week 7, 8 to come play against the Cowboys. Sorry, it should be after our bye week. I got to be better pulling up the schedule. I don't even know if that's this year's schedule. It definitely is this year's schedule. That's silly. I'm better, and I can be better, and I will do better next time. So, week 2, New York Jets. Week 3, Arizona Cardinals. Week 4, New England Patriots. Week 5, the San Francisco 49ers. Week 6, the LA Chargers. Then we have our bye week in week 7. Week 8, the LA Rams. Week 9, the Philadelphia Eagles. Week 10, the Giants again. Week 11, the Panthers. 12, the Commanders. 13, the Seahawks. 14, the Eagles again. Week 15, Buffalo. Week 16, Miami. Week 17, Detroit. And Week 18, Commanders one last time. That was a lot to say, and I know nobody is going to remember that, but I was just trying to get you guys that information if any of that makes sense. But the next 3 games, the Jets, I will be covering that game. The Cardinals, I will be covering that game. And the Patriots, I will be covering that game too. So for the next 3 weeks, you can catch me here on Football Nation covering the Dallas Cowboys games. There will be a few games that happen at noon on Sundays. The Panthers on Week 11 I won't cover, and that is literally the only game. All the other Cowboys games I will be on here giving you guys the biznaz. Cool. Okay, so we are still in a commercial break. We are waiting for this injury timeout to be completed. 8 minutes and 4 seconds left to go in this ball game. It is just a few minutes past 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. The rain is really coming down. The players look very happy out there on the sidelines. Dallas Cowboys 40-0. There's a handoff to the running back, and that is going to be good for about 4 yards right there. That is not Saquon. Saquon is going to be out right now. There's no need to let your franchise running back take unnecessary damage. It looks like was that Sterling Shepard who was playing running back there on that play? Number 3, it sure was. So Sterling Shepard is in. Here we go. 3 wide receivers. Extra protection. So what's going to happen with Daniel Jones on this play? There is a flag out. Laundry is out. Daniel Jones is going to rush forward, get out of bounds. Clock is going to get stopped anyways because there is a flag on that play, but it's likely a holding call on the offense. 7 minutes and 25 seconds left to go, ladies and gentlemen. 7:25. Holding. Offense. Number 78. Correction, number 68. Still first down. Okay, y'all. Woo! My ears are very hot. These headphones get really hot, so it feels really nice to take those off. Let's go. What a good game for the Dallas Cowboys. The clock is going to continue to wind now. 7 minutes and 15 seconds. 1st and 20 on the 21-yard line. There's the snap. And he's going to bounce around, and he's going to get brought down. Daniel Jones getting sacked again. 8 sacks for the Dallas Cowboys today. 8 sacks for the Dallas Cowboys today. Unbelievable stuff. Just absolutely smashing these guys. I mean, that's just got to be embarrassing. That's a rough one. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Daniel Jones in the backfield got blown up one more time. I mean, there's only so many times you can destroy this dude. But apparently he just is a glutton for punishment, continues to get up, continues to get hit. And a good stop once again. And that was obviously a sack inbound, so the clock will continue to run. And right now we are at 6 minutes and 54 seconds left to go. There's the handoff. And that's going to go forward for about 4 yards right there. So that's their, third string running back? I don't even have him in my depth charts right now because I did not expect this game to get that crazy. I thought Saquon would play almost every single snap. It makes no sense at this point. So 2nd down and 5 on the 31-yard line, ladies and gentlemen. 2nd down and 5, 31-yard line, shotgun formation. Daniel Jones takes the snap, throws the ball out to the left. The pass is actually completed. First completed pass in a while. Paris Campbell has been targeted a lot today, and finally Paris Campbell is able to come down with it. It is not enough for a first down, but it's something. Paris Campbell's been targeted, I say a lot, but it's his 4th target today. He's been targeted 4 times. So 6 minutes left to go. We are inside of 6 minutes. There's the snap, single back formation. Daniel Jones about to get blown up again. Throws it underneath and finds somebody, and that's going to be good to get them up to about the 42-yard line. So a first down for the New York Giants, and they might actually have a consolation prize after all. They might actually find a consolation prize after all if they can score a touchdown at the end of this drive. Let's see if the Dallas Cowboys will give it to them or if they're really going to just step on the gas. So here we go. On the 42-yard line, shotgun formation, Daniel Jones, 5.5 minutes left to go. We've got a 4 wide receiver set. Daniel Jones looks right. He looks left. He gets blown up again. Another huge sack and a fumble that gets recovered by his offensive lineman who was there. Wow, Daniel Jones is just getting eaten alive right now. I can't even begin. Oh, my. God bless America. Wow. This is what, 10, 11 sacks? This can't be like, I don't know if this is a problem with the offensive line for the New York Giants or if this is more of a problem or more of just like how good the Cowboys defense is. 2nd and 19, and he gets sacked again. You've got to be kidding me. No. Okay, keep it together. Oh, my God. Wow. Unfreaking believable. There is a flag on this play. Daniel Jones just getting smeared, man. Offsides, defense. Hey, all right, maybe that's where all these sacks are coming from, but holy sh. Wow. 4 minutes and 45 seconds left to go. Offsides penalty will give them. Here you go. Here's your first 5 yards in like an hour. So they get 5 yards on that one. It is now 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14, y'all. Shotgun formation. 4 wide receivers out here. Waiting for the snap is Daniel Jones. He takes it. He looks right. He looks left. He dumps short. That's going to be underneath. That's going to be another fumble. Another fumble. Oh, my gosh. How is this happening right now? This is real life. This is real life. Another fumble. I know it sounds like I'm making this stuff up, guys, but this is legitimately happening right now. Just awful, awful, sloppy play by the New York Giants, and it looks like a JV team right now. They really look just god awful. And this is just abysmal. Even Leighton Vander Esch is on the sideline with his jaw dropped. Like, even he can't believe what is happening. 3rd and 19 from the 33. A throw to Daniel Jones. A throw from Daniel Jones is going to be good for about 4 or 5. And they're going to have to go for it here as well. Don't really have a choice. I mean, wow. I mean, Dan Quinn's defense has just been absolutely phenomenal. Dan Quinn, the defensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys, bringing 19 years of NFL coaching experience in his role and having previously served as the head coach for the Atlanta Falcons. And we have him coordinating our defense. Inside 3.5 minutes, empty backfield right now. It's 4th down and 14. There's the snap. Daniel Jones takes the snap. He's already in trouble. There's the first deep bomb, and that's going to be overthrown and almost picked off by the Cowboys defense. And a turnover on downs right now that will stop the clock. 3 minutes and 10 seconds. I think it's safe to say the Cowboys are going to walk away with this one, y'all. Look at today. Browns defeat the Bengals 24-3. Joe Burrow, 45% completion and 82 yards, 0 touchdowns. In his entire career, that was the first game that he's ever had under 100 yards. Christian McCaffrey rushed for 152 yards and a touchdown, and Brandon Ayuk had 129 receiving yards and a touchdown. Wow. So all of the first-round quarterbacks, Bryce Young, first overall, had 146 passing yards. C.J. Stroud did a little better than that. Anthony Richardson, out of all of the first-round rookies, had the best game today. He did look like he got hurt towards the end of that game. There was a snap and a play right there. Deuce Vaughn ran that one forward. He got no yardage. Tua today, 466 passing yards. 466 passing yards by Tua today. Tyreek Hill, 215 receiving yards. That's the 3rd most in a season opener ever. They won 36-34 against the Chargers. That was an awesome game today. We covered that one too. I covered that game earlier today. Great freaking game, man. That was an awesome game. Here we go. Single back formation. 2 minutes and 25 seconds left to go. Hand off to Deuce Vaughn. Little dude runs forward for about 4 or 5 yards. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They are well within field goal range. That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. And if they get a 1st down, I smell a victory formation coming. And this game is starting to wind down. This game has already been a wind down. MetLife Stadium is just about empty at this point. I wonder how much people paid to be at that game to watch their team get absolutely stomped. At least they didn't have to put 55 guys on an airplane to go kick a field goal like the Cowboys did multiple times over the past year or two. At least, right? They got to at least do that from their own home and do nothing. Basically be on their lazy chair. Yeah, this stadium is just about completely empty. There's nobody there right now. So they're showing some historical content right now for the Dallas Cowboys, and I will be sure to start incorporating that on mine here as well. All right. Here we go, y'all. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, just a few minutes left to go. 2 minutes left. They didn't even cut to a commercial at this point. Hadn't even cut to a commercial. Let's see what happens. 40 seconds. I'm sorry, 2 minutes left. Will I get my $3,000 tomorrow so I'm a winner? Oh, dude, you played DraftKings? Good for you, Jack. Dude, how much was your down payment on that? How much was your bet? That's awesome. Congratulations, man. Okay. On the 34-yard line, Deuce Vaughn cuts around, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. 1 minute and 53 seconds left to go in this game. 1 minute and 53 seconds left to go in this game. We have 669 subscribers today, y'all. I wonder what that number is going to look like tomorrow. Hopefully it's higher. Typically it's lower. But, hey, it's still better than what I started with today. Jack, I'm curious, man. That's awesome for you. Congratulations. Dude, that seriously doesn't happen every day. So rock on, man. That's great. I was actually 8 points short yesterday on like $100,000 win on that $10 buy-in for the Thursday game. Yeah, I know. And the difference between 8 points was literally $100,000 and $25, and I won $25. So yeah, nah, it actually sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. I've never hit for more than 100. I hit once for about 130. But I've never gotten anything on my DraftKings that was significant like that. I also don't like to gamble a whole lot. I do it mostly for fun, so it's kind of like when you play poker with your friends and you're playing for quarters and nickels and stuff, $20 at most. But it's different when, you're playing poker and you can make bluffs and things like that happen. You can't do that in fantasy. You can't do that in football. You just have to hope that the NFL isn't scripted and that, you get something good. But anyways, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. This is the end of this game. There's going to be a field goal likely here, or they're going to go for it on fourth down. Yeah, I think they're going to try to go for it on fourth down and ice this one. 4th and 4 on the 32-yard line. There's the throw. Way, way, way overthrown by Cooper Rush. I mean, that was bad, dude. 1 minute and 10 seconds left to go. Garbage time right now. Garbage time coming up right now. Ladies and gentlemen, if this is your first time joining Football Nation, please like and subscribe to this channel. You guys would absolutely make my day. It would make me very happy if you guys did. We are so close. We are so close to that 1,000 subscribers. I cannot wait to get there, and we're going to have a giveaway. We're going to do some stuff for all of you who are part of this team, part of my support group, because that's what you guys are. You are my support group. And I've had an awesome day today, and I'm really happy to be here. 1st and 10 on the 32-yard line. Third string running quarterback right here. He's actually going to do more than Daniel Jones has done all day and run the ball forward for about 7 yards. That's Tyrod Taylor. Tyrod Taylor out there looking good right now. Haven't seen Tyrod Taylor be significant in a while. There is a flag on that one. Trey Lance is on the sideline. He was acquired via a trade today for the 2024 4th-round pick. So the quarterback, third-string quarterback we've got is Trey Lance. They only took a 4th-round pick for him. I mean, he's young. There's still talent there. Hopefully Dak Prescott can take the Cowboys to a Super Bowl, which is what we all want as Cowboys fans, if you're a Cowboys fan. But 1st and 20. 1 minute and 1 second left to go. in this game. Shotgun formation, takes the snap, Tyrod Taylor. Wow, that defense came in fast. And there's going to be a break right there. That's up to the 31-yard line. And the tackle is made inbounds, so 40-something seconds left to go. They're going to need at least one more play before they can get off this field here. And now they're inside 40 seconds, so that'll actually do it. So we are wrapping this game up, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys are still with me, man, I really appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here. Shotgun formation, 2nd and 11. Tyrod Taylor takes the snap, throws it underneath, and he gets blown up on that one. And that is going to be it, man. That should be all she wrote. No need to do another one. 15 seconds left. Coach is walking out onto the field. Clock is counting down. This game, ladies and gentlemen, is over. Thank y'all so much. And thank y'all for being here. That's a good buy-in. That's a lot more rich than my blood. Thank y'all so much for being here. I really appreciate you guys. My name is Mario Manuel. Unfortunately, I cannot stick around to chat with you guys because I got to do my regular day job tomorrow. But hopefully one day and one day soon, I can do this as my full-time job and I can get to know you guys better and y'all can get to know me better. Thank y'all so much for liking and subscribing to this channel. Thank you so much for being a part of this. I'm so glad that the Cowboys won today. Tomorrow night, we will be covering the Jets and the Bills. Please tune in to my channel tomorrow night if you cannot watch the game or in case you just want something different. Again, you're watching Football Nation. I cannot wait to see you guys again. Thank y'all so much, and I will see y'all soon. Have an awesome night.